Public save. Yeet the tweet. It's like a well-oiled machine up in here. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just do work, and it's quite nice. Well.
It's the Todd Howard philosophy.
It just works.
Just works.
And except
only when
it
most
doesn't.
of the time it's buggy and doesn't work super well.
Well, Kratos could tell you a big story about all those games, pretty sure.
Oh, I know.
I still need to go back to New Vegas, though, and actually play all the way through it. But that's
New Vegas is a good time.
Day in time. What no cum? Wait, so much double cum posting in chat. That's pretty cool.
Why isn't my tweet sending?
I don't know.
I was happy that it didn't the first time because I didn't include the link, but now it's causing me problems.
Damn. It's ruining everything. Oh no.
I'll see if I can just retweet yours then and
that tends to
But hello everybody.
Yes, hi.
Sorry, we're doing marketing, I guess. I don't know. What does tweeting count as? Is that promotion? I guess, yeah. Promotion probably more so than marketing. Marketing implies that you're paying for it. Although I guess I've got the blue check, which makes it so that people are like, yeah, this motherfucker plays for Twitter. I was like, look, I like being able to write longer things when I want to, post higher quality video clips, and edit because I constantly have typos. The people in the Discord can verify that.
It's so annoying on Twitter when you see a video and you just stay on it and turn on the volume, but after like 5 seconds, the volume sound or the sound's quality just drops to like 36p for no reason. And then you have to open the full tweet, and then it sometimes works. It's really cool. Maybe you don't have this because you have the blue check mark. Maybe you get like all the quality all the time. But sometimes when I go around and scroll and I don't click on the tweet itself, the audio just goes to shit. That's really annoying. And shitification is my favorite. Maybe I should ask Grok about this.
Can you use Grok if you don't have the blue check?
I mean, fucking know. I'm not gonna use Grok. I don't care.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a separate app as well now as well?
Maybe. I don't know.
We can check right now. Well, there's a Grok button on the bottom. What happens when I click it? Talk to Grok, our AI assistant. Check the facts. Now what?
Isn't getting AI to check facts kind of tricky? Because it sort of just would give you like, well, a lot of people say this, so it's probably true. Because, or like, I don't know.
Well,
what kind of research is this AI doing? Really, is it just like aggregating a bunch of the things people say? Because,
I mean, I can type things in here now. Hello, am I allowed? I just typed this in here now. To use this? ? Send.
That's pretty funny. Rock, can I use you? No, give me money.
Holy shit, that's a long answer. What the fuck? Is this a yes or no question? You're likely referring to using me, Grok 3, created by XAI. Good news? Yes, you can use me. I'm available to the public on grok.com. Well, but I'm not on grok.com, so that's also a lie. Oh, it says x.com right after. My bad. If you want higher quota, so it's just yes, I'm allowed to use it right here, right now. That's probably the only thing I ever type into this, and this is going to be in their database forever.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, theoretically, isn't everything we type on Twitter like in the Grok database?
That's also true, yeah.
Like, I mean, you would assume that at the very least it's coming to Twitter. Hey, oh wait, here I do know that anytime I've ever like tried one of those things that's like draw me as an anime character or something like that, it does not seem to know what I look like in real life. And like there's plenty of my face like on the internet, like even associated to the name Marc the Cyborg. I think it only uses the profile picture that I have.
If I would teach one thing to this AI, it's just all the wombo words that we use, and then they just randomly pop up for other people. I think that would be funny.
Fleam is defined as.
You don't need Grok, you have us. We can give you all the bad advice you want. Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever trust AI to like give me a solid grounding of information on something. Like it might not be bad for like, hey, just like give me a quick answer on like what's going on with this thing here. But there's been too many times where I've seen like a clip of a movie that I know, like that I've definitely seen, and then I've seen someone say at Grok, "What movie is this?" and they just are way off. Like it's not the right movie
Dude,
at all.
every
Or they say
post.
this is an episode of season 5 of this. Right? I was like, no, it's not. That's like I don't know, like random movie, like some horror movie that I've seen. I was like, yeah, that's definitely from this movie. It is not from season 5 of some random show.
Every post you go on, click it, the first thing is to like 90%. It's like, Grok, is this true? Grok, is this AI? Grok, this is like, Jesus Christ. There's something something utopian about a social media platform, and people just keep asking AI to answer things, even though you have like millions of people to ask things. Ask things to.
Yeah. Dystopian. Utopian is when everything is good. Dystopian
That's true, actually,
is when it's like, yeah, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, utopian. My bad. It's my situational disability. Forgive me.
Yeah, there you go. Well, hey, I mean, that's why you got to play metaphor. It'll kind of give you that push to read Hobbes's Utopia.
Oh, God.
People who play metaphor might know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of more references.
Metaphor. I still haven't finished Expedition 33. I just don't find the time.
I mean, you're in Act 3, right?
I can just go. I can just go to the boss if I want to. The thing is, I don't want to finish the game just like that. There's so so many things to do still.
I think that's the thing though, is that there is a second ending that like, please don't spoil the ending for me, everybody, because I've only gotten the ending where you choose to play as Mael, and like when you get to that scene, you'll know that you kind of have the choice to play the final sequence. You have a choice between two characters, and that will dictate which ending you get.
Right.
And it doesn't let you fire up, like you fire up another save game, but the final boss will then already be defeated, and you can't just save scum the ending. Unless, I mean, maybe I could have if I'd like, gone into my Steam folder and like taken the save game out and then put it back in, but I didn't do that. So, but the thing is, now I have a good excuse to play New Game Plus at some point. So maybe like, I don't know, over Christmas break or something like that, I'll fire off another run of Expedition 33 and get that second ending, and then maybe do the thing where I fight all the world bosses that were just handing me my ass when I first tried to fight them, because they're a lot harder than the final boss, I'll say that much.
Yeah, like the main bosses haven't really been that challenging while I was playing, but also, hey Trooper, what's up?
Is it true that when you're arguing with the politicians in metaphor, you argue against the democracy? Not exactly, but like, I mean, it's more that it does show that democracy can be like corrupted by propaganda from bad actors, I guess. So yeah, I don't know that it's advocating against democracy. It might just be advocating, saying that like, hey, maybe democracy is not the best thing for. And I mean, it's not even saying democracy is not the best thing for that world in that situation. It's just trying to convince that world that, see, even if I say who the one that they want to, like the good guy for the election is who he is kind of a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in a way, you could argue that there is a bit of pro-monarchy stuff in there somewhere. But I don't know. I think that like the neat thing about that game's politics and like its world is that it isn't super clear-cut, straightforward, and there is like some thinking to be done with it. I like that game quite a lot. I think, especially now it's on Game Pass, everyone should give Metaphor a shot.
I need to check out.
And I think it plays better than any of the Persona games, because that's one thing. Like a lot of people have been like, it's just like Persona but fantasy. I was like, yeah, the combat system's better though. It's like it's a lot more strategically deep, because you can do some crazier shit in it.
Right.
It's got a job system basically, although it's archetypes.
It's like Final Fantasy.
Everything in Atlas RPGs references Carl Jung as well. Much like Silent Hill, which is what I've been playing a lot of these days. I was just mentioning to Metal that I've completed the Silent Hill 4, The Room. I did not like it. I got through it because by the Silent Hill F episode, I think at this point I will just want to have played all the Silent Hill games, because yeah, I've even now gotten through a good chunk of one of the American, or I don't know if it's American or European, the Western studio one, Silent Hill Origin. That yeah, I don't hate that one. I actually like it quite a bit more than Silent Hill 4 because it actually plays like a Silent Hill game. It's got breakable weapons, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you can punch as well. So when your weapons break, you're not like totally defenseless. It's you can sort of tell that, granted, someone told me this in the Forge Discord, but then once I found it out, it made a lot of sense that it was originally a PSP game, PlayStation Portable, that they then ported to PS2, and I'm playing an emulation of the PS2 version. And it's pretty straightforward and seems to be short because I started it yesterday and I think I'm pretty much at the end. I liked the puzzles though. I thought that they were pretty good, very like logic based, and the maps aren't gigantic, so if you do some exploring, then you'll find things. There's not a lot of healing items though, so while there are a lot of enemies and the combat isn't, it's not nearly as frustrating as the combat in Silent Hill 4, which just I think hardly works. Though there is a stamina system that you don't have a meter for the way you do in Silent Hill 4, so you just got to kind of feel it out. But yeah, I don't hate it so far. Like, a lot of people said that all the Western developed Silent Hill games were terrible, but I was like, I don't know, Silent Hill Origins is kind of better than the last one Team Silent made.
I think Homecoming has a bit of a more fluent combat mechanic style, from what I remember. You have like dodges, like proper dodge mechanics, where you just duck and dive. If I it's been like years since I've played that.
Well, yeah, and I guess the Silent Hill 2 remake has got the dodge mechanic. Though I mean that is in 4. 4 has the dodge. It's just it hardly works. It's kind of like you will dodge in kind of the direction that you're moving in, which may or may not be where you need to be dodging for the enemy attack, because once the enemy launches the attack that you have to dodge, it's too late in Silent Hill 4. So you got to kind of listen to the sound that they make before they attack and then pick a direction and dodge and just hope that you got it right. But it all feels very random. Like, oh, I guess I picked the right direction to move in that one. But honestly, the most frustrating thing about that game, though, is in the back half, you have to keep Eileen alive, who's like your neighbor, the one who lives in the room next to you, in the titular room. And keeping her undamaged is not very easy to do. But there's a thing that happens in like the final boss battle where she's like walking towards this death machine, and apparently the more damage she is through the game, the faster she walks. And if she makes it all the way into the death machine, then apparently you get one of the bad endings.
That sounds familiar, actually, now that you describe it that way. I think I remember that from somewhere. I've probably seen someone play that game. I had a friend who was like really super duper into Silent Hill, and I watched him play it all the time.
Oh, maybe. So then you might have
seen it when he played that, yeah.
I was gonna say though, I got one of the good endings because she did live, but she was like belly deep in that blood. By I was like, oh, okay, maybe I got the bad ending, but no, apparently she has to get like all the way in there. I thought I messed it. It took me a while to figure out the final boss's mechanics, but once I got it, I completed it.
Yay!
Is Silent Hill 2 easier than the original?
Good question.
That yes and no. So you're definitely more capable in combat in Silent Hill 2 Remake. You've got a lot more ammo and a lot more healing items, but there's also so much more going on in Silent Hill 2 Remake. And I don't mean that from like, oh yeah, therefore it's way better. It's more just there's way more enemies. There's different enemy types. Like, in fact, I think one of the things I like the most about Silent Hill 2 Remake's prison sequence was the spider mannequins, like the mannequins that like will be climbing on the walls and stuff. Thought they were actually like pretty scary. So there's nothing like that in the original Silent Hill 2, but you're also much less capable in combat. So you don't you don't want to get in as many fights in the original, whereas Silent Hill 2, you can sort of Resident Evil 4 your way through a whole chunk of it, and you've got a lot more ammo available, a lot more healing items. You can dodge, so like you've got more tools at your disposal in the remake, but you also like probably like 30 times as many enemies to deal with overall, because Silent Hill 2 remake is a far longer game than the original. Yeah. And was I the one time where the chat were mad that you didn't suck off the Silent Hill 2 remake and give it a 9 or a 10?
That's fine. I mean, that's because it's not a 9 or a 10.
Number-wise, I don't know what I'd give it. Like, I'd probably be knocking it down quite a few points for performance, because it is not a particularly well-optimized game.
Like dog shit.
Yeah, and that I didn't love. There are some mods that you can do that'll clean it up a little bit, and that's why I was able to like get all the way through it without wanting to tear my hair out. Because yeah, I really get pissed off with bad game performance. And one of the other things I probably wasn't crazy about with Silent Hill 4, that it's capped at 30 FPS, even though there's a native PC version of it, which blew my mind, because I'm like, I've been playing all these Silent Hill games on emulators that have been running at 60 FPS. I finally get a native PC one, and that's the one I'm stuck playing at 30.
That's silly.
Yeah, it's silly. There is a mod, but when I applied it's like Nemesis 60 FPS, I think is the name of the mod, and it just, but then my game doesn't launch. So I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't help. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure which one I'd say is easier, though. I know that playing Silent Hill 2, the original, is a much more smooth experience. Like it moves much better. It's a much better paced game. Like you don't feel like you've been stuck in one area for like 6 hours the way you do in the remake. There's a lot of things I like about the remake, though. Like, I don't think it's bad. But I think now that I've played quite a few of the Silent Hill games in the last little bit, I don't think it's in any way better than the original, with maybe the exception of the combat, because you can actually aim. And I mean, maybe you can make the argument that it's like, well, Silent Hill shouldn't be a shooter. It's like, oh, you still don't have like tons of ammo. So
yeah,
you won't really want to be shooting everything all the time. It's just kind of nice that when you do shoot, you can like aim for weak spots.
Some people were praising the shit out of it like crazy. I know. I mean, I don't hate the remake. I think like the original is better, though. The line deliveries are better. It's tighter in terms of pacing.
I think James is better in the remake. I think the other characters are... Eddie's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, I think like Maria is better than the original. I think... who else would I really... Angela? Yeah, Angela's better than the original. Granted, I mean, maybe part of that is because she doesn't look like David Duchovny, but I modded that out anyway, so... I don't know what they were thinking with both Angela and Maria's design in the remake. They like both of them kind of missed the mark. They made Angela look weird for kind of no reason. And yeah. I mean, that's not the, oh man, I need Angela to be hot, otherwise I don't like it. Angela doesn't have to be hot, but her not looking distracting is kind of important, because I want to be able to take her seriously, not be like, huh, looks like David Duchovny's character in Twin Peaks. And for Maria, I actually think changing her costume does affect the story, like in a negative way, because Maria's function in the story is to be this sort of overt sex symbol. Like it's sort of the projection of James's sexuality in the form of a woman, like his anima, if you will. And her being more conservatively dressed, I think, does lessen the impact of like her purpose. So like, I don't know, I'm not sure why they did that either. But again, that's the good thing about playing the PC versions, because yeah, there's mods for that. So I just put her in her costume from the original. It was like, okay, yeah, problem solved.
There you go. If you had all the shift up, pull
last day from my break, decided to spend it with Grumbo and I Christina, but I said, Christina. So I just realized I was probably referencing the Steins Gate talk last week.
Oh, okay.
Steins Gate, actually, that would probably be a decent one for an Anime Forge, because it's not overly long. Like, it's 26 episodes, so I guess like twice the length of Chainsaw Man. And I think actually doing it in 2 chunks wouldn't be bad. And very interesting time travel story with like some good comedy. Like it is a very funny show, but there's a lot of, I mean, without giving too much away, there's some pretty heavy emotional weight that happens, like especially to later on in the series, and yeah, kind of makes you think about how time travel can make things difficult.
Big thong.
You have to play both the two. I think I have both the visual novels on Steam. I've not tried them though. I think I was talking to ER about this on like one of the EFAP. Maybe it was anniversary. It might have been that like New Year's Eve one we did, where ER was there, and I think it was the one where the argument about storytelling in video games came up. But I remember ER actually telling me that like just watch the anime, but don't watch the dub under any circumstance because it adds in a whole bunch of like Western meme talk.
Right.
Like at one point, the guy says the cake is a lie for no reason.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Metal, have you heard all the shit Shift up it pulled in the last couple of months? Looks like they're on their way to be Korean EA. I have not seen. I saw that the
Shift up like the Stellar Blade developer.
I saw their their Twitter account got hacked and it's now trying to sell meme coins or something, and they're trying to get it back. That's the only thing I've seen. But
oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, like EA, they're not a publisher though. Like, how would they be able to be EA?
But yeah, I don't know.
Like, unless they're like, are they trying to sell like costume loot boxes for Stellar Blade? Because,
I mean, not there. I mean, they do the Nikkei gacha
yeah,
game.
I mean, they have a gacha game. So I mean,
and there's like,
I guess
there's stuff in there. But I don't know what else they've been doing. I don't really pay attention. I just do my dailies on that game for some reason still every day because it's just part of my evening routine before I go to sleep. Because I like numbers go brrr, and I get to look at boobs. That's nice.
I mean, you know, never a bad thing.
I know, right? There's something else I just saw here. What do you think of Star Wars The Acolyte? Especially the power of one, power of two, power of many scenes. That show is just bad all the way through. It's fucking cringe and bad.
I mean, man, how did that come up?
Yeah, I don't know. I just saw for some reason the guy posted it twice. Be patient, my friend. I will get you a message eventually if I'm not busy. No, this fucking awful. Sucks. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but Jesus, I don't even want to go back and revisit it.
I never need to watch that again. Brooks and I watched that together. I think just because we watched one episode together and realized that it was actually kind of funny to like see our reactions to it in real time. But like, I don't feel like it was time well spent outside of just being like socializing with a friend. Like it was, I got nothing of value out of that show as far as like being happy that I watched it.
Right. But yeah, Acolyte bad. Obviously,
yeah.
Metal is a slave to the dailies. I am in that game, and then also in Magic Arena. I do, or at least I can only do them like every 3 days or so. But yeah, the $60 skins kept getting worse since EVE last update, despite selling at that price, and they got caught giving exclusive benefits with long requested quality of life updates for China only. Oh wait, no, I think I did hear about that.
For Nikkei?
I think so. Maybe in general. But I did hear about something that they only gave it to China for some reason. It was really weird.
Well, I mean, I hear they're working on a follow-up to Stellar Blade. I don't know if it's going to be Stellar Blade 2 exactly or something similar. But I mean, I think that if their plan is to crank a bunch of money into like a really big budget Stellar Blade sequel, that would not be a good idea, because I think that Stellar Blade worked pretty well as like kind of a AA game that just, you know, it had its really kind of compelling art style and like really hot main character, and you know, they could just do like work on things like boss design and like make cool fights and stuff like that. And I think if they try to go really hard trying to make it an ultra big budget, more movie game type experience, I think that will just be a bad investment.
Yeah. Also, Dilla with 32 months of membership. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Metal goes to kids' parties and fingers the cake. Hey, I told you that in secret. I just like cake, all right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, that probably sounds way worse than it actually is.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna So I've been going to the gym for 12 weeks straight, two days a week.
Nice.
And next week I have like a recovery week. I've been instructed by Swole to just take a week off, get the muscles to recover a full week. And I also have my cheat days this week. So this coming week is going to be nice. I have only 2 days of work. The only downside for next week, I have to watch Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Sorry to remind you. But other than that, I'll have a friendo over. We're going to go have some food at an American diner. So I'm probably going to have a ton of food there. We're going to go do groceries, and then we sit our asses on my couch, boot up the PCs, and just play some video and drink beers for like 2 days. It's going to be great.
Hooray.
I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, that's going to be fun stuff. And I feel like I need the recovery. It's like the second week now that I woke up with like a bit of a stiff neck, so maybe I just need a break.
You woke up with the stiffy.
Normally I have problems getting it up. Wait, no.
Hey,
but yeah,
I mean, the morning wood is the real test of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess like that's maybe a bit of a medical thing. So if like we have a patient that's like talking about having erectile dysfunction, if they still get morning wood, then we know that it is psychological, not physical. Because it's like, hey, no, it does function.
Right. Oh,
whereas if it's physical, it's like, well, okay, you might have a heart condition that we may actually like look into or something like that. Whereas
also, sorry,
like,
chat,
no,
that was my
like
Steam
you're
just now.
You're
sorry.
having a bad week. You're sorry. What did you
get?
Oh, like
my Steam just the message sound. A friendo is messaging me.
Like I'm working. Gosh.
I just have the window highlighted until he's done though. Let's see. I'm
playing Metroid Prime as usual, and I'm on the Chozo artifact hunt, so we're getting towards the end here. This entire playthrough I've done during Forges without like paying all that much attention to the game. I'm getting to the point that Metroid Prime is just kind of automatic for me.
Yeah. Need more anime variety too. Also the story Timo Near Automata. Also Nexus Cyber with 21 months of bearded fleeminess, thank you very much. Any chance of playing the new Robocop game? I know it's out. I need to find time.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that released like a couple of days ago or something. I'll probably want to do like
I gotta not spend money right now.
I should talk to Mutually about it, and he also says he might wait a bit and just do a full playthrough again. And I'm kind of thinking about doing the same thing. I'm not sure, but I also heard that the DLC is kind of its own thing, so I don't even know if.
It is. So it's not a DLC in that it was intended as one, and they decided to release it as just a standalone product. So it's kind of an infamous First Light kind of deal, or Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare.
Yeah,
that was one, right? Like I don't think you didn't need Red Dead Redemption to play Undead Nightmare, did you?
Say it again. Sorry.
There was another infamous one that was like that too. I think the infamous vampire one on PS3. That was another one where they like kind of wanted to do it as a DLC, and then they just decided to release it as its own cheaper game.
Right.
But no, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare. I feel like you could just buy that and play it on its own. I don't think you needed to have like base game Red Dead Redemption for it. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I never played Red Dead Redemption 2 or the zombie thingy, so I have no idea about it at all.
It was for the first one, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Undead Nightmare was the kind of zombie thing or like, I mean, again, like you could call it DLC, but I'm pretty sure you could buy it without owning the base game. So therefore, is it DLC and I think like you could get a disc of it too.
Yes, I never played Red Dead Redemption 2. No specific reason why. It just kind of went past me, and then it's been out for like 700 years now. But
I like Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot. I think you should play that game.
There's a PC version now, so I can play that, right?
Yep. So runs beautifully too.
Nice. Absolute lunatic behavior. I know. I really like Red Dead Redemption 1, so I don't even know why I never picked it up when it came out. I have no clue.
Yeah. 2 is better. Although that's one of those things that's like, it might kind of depend on what you're going for. 2, there's more systems that you have to keep track of in 2, at the very least. It's more like kind of life sim elements that like may or may not click with some people than there is in the original, but I like it.
Yeah. A bit extra context: when the company got criticized for the CEO decided to mock the community in Bilibili. Oh wait, that's a China thingy, right? Only for the Chinese community to snitch on him. Jesus.
Well, it's never a good idea to like say, well, you guys don't like it because you're just stupid. Like it's like, well, I mean, if the stupid people are the ones that are to be buying your game, maybe don't.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I can't really make a judgment on it because I don't really understand the scope of the situation. But
I would need to look into it completely. But that's just scummy behavior. Really, it's just really mean,
in general,
mean-spirited.
don't go after your fan base. It's not
especially
a good call.
for your games that are really fucking popular, pretty much all over the world. So
yeah, because like I mean, you got to think that if you've got like over 1 million players and just think of what happens what that means if you piss off 1% of them.
Yeah.
Like as far as players that you're losing, it's like, well.
While we were talking about anime, you know what I started watching from the start?
What?
So I felt nostalgic and wanted to watch something. So I actually started watching One Piece from the first episode.
Oh, man.
I don't know why. I wanted to watch something, and that came to mind, and I started doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's fun enough. I mean, things go past way quicker than I remember them, which is probably because when I watched it when I was a child, I had to wait like a whole day between episodes and then wait over the weekend to watch more. But those seasons are not super long. I mean, I'm at season 6 now, which is when they.
Well, I think it's less the season count of One Piece that's long, and it's more just at this point, isn't it? At like 1,000 episodes.
I think it's like 1,500 episodes in total or something, or at least the manga chapters. Wild. I think. I don't know with the anime. I mean,
and
I don't know.
Manga, I got to about volume 23.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, it was in where they're fighting the kind of I forgot what they're called, like bounty hunter dudes.
Baroque Works.
Yeah, Baroque Works.
That's where I just came up to. They just showed up for the first time.
Well, I've got that far down as far as manga is concerned, but I've moved over. I'm actually a good chunk of the way through the Fullmetal Alchemist manga. And I was actually just kind of rewatching Brotherhood too, although I'm way further ahead in the manga than I am in the show right now, which I kind of want to be. I want to finish the manga before I get there in the show. Yeah. And and then I've got the Demons of the Shadowlands, or I think Demons of the Shadowlands. It's the same mangaka's other book that apparently is being made into an anime, and yeah, it was on Prime Day. They were like pretty cheap, so it was like, and there's 8 of them, so I think like the whole series was $50. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's One Piece one of those 15 minutes per episode or 20 or 30. It's I think in total they're like 25, but that's like with the short intro sequence and the intro song and then the outro, so it's around 20 minutes per episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. Animes, shonens in particular, I find tend to be around like 20-minute episodes at most, and maybe a little less because there's like previously on, and then there's a like 2-minute long OP song, and then there's credits, and every so often there's a scene after the credits, but also very often the after credits scene is like just a little aside that you don't really need to watch if you're trying to like it's just a, it's the kind of like little flavor thing that it's like, oh, isn't this a funny little side story that happens with these people? It's like 30 seconds long. But no, One Piece, I fell off the One Piece wagon, but maybe I'll get back on it.
It's also really nice you can just skip the things you don't really care about. There was a couple of filler episodes where it's like, oh, I can just skip next episode. So especially like at the end of the seasons, they have like 2 or 3 episodes about Buggy when where he gets the rest of his body back, for example. It's like, I don't really care about that, I'll be honest.
Oh, and like, so in the manga, there's like at the beginning of each volume there was like a little Buggy side story, like, and like it would just kind of keep on they just Buggy and like showing what's going on with him. So that's probably adapting that, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they just do like 2 episodes where he gets like his crew and his body back because Nami tied it up up, and then Luffy just yeeted it across the fucking ocean or something. I don't actually know where put up, and that's why he gets that back. But yeah, I know it's kind of fun. It's all right. I'm still waiting for the big first fight. I thought it was the Arlong fight that was like really big, but that was like 2 episodes long. I was like, oh, in my mind that took like a week to conclude. That was pretty fast. I guess my child brain did not comprehend how short it was. I don't know.
Like I say, I mean, I recently went through Hunter x Hunter, and that's kind of one of the bigger,
that's
like shonen animes that
shit.
everybody loves. And yeah, I like that's shit. One I would love for there to be a Hunter x Hunter Ball Z, like or Z, I guess, because people say Z. But you know what I mean? Like I really want to see. Basically, I very much want to see the Hisoka versus Adult Gone fight.
Oh yeah.
Like that, as I'm like, just like give me a sequel show, even if it's just like one arc of them fighting, because I want to see how that goes. I was really kind of hoping it would happen in the show itself, but yeah, Hisoka just kind of he shows up towards the end and then does a thing, and like then he just kind of disappears. And we don't really get anything about what happens with them. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
their fight had kind of been hyped up for quite some time. I wanted to see what happened with that.
But yeah, I'm currently. I think they're about to get to the island where they get Chopper, and I think I know that because there was an episode name that had snow in it, and I remember they had to like climb up like a big snowy thing to get to him or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering, but yeah, just going through that. Just nice little entertainment while I lie lazily in my bed before I go to sleep. I enjoy it. So well then, we shall see how that goes and how long I'll keep it up, because that's a lot of episodes to go through. Naruto had a filler arc in the final battle. Did it? I don't remember, dude. I watched all of Naruto back then when it came out on German television. And I watched a good chunk of Shippuden as well, but I haven't dabbled in any of the Boruto stuff, whatever, and I don't really care to. So yeah,
all I know of Boruto is that it's apparently bad, but I've not seen like really anything but a couple episodes of Naruto. So
the funny thing is, every time
I'm not the guy to judge.
Every time I see a clip about Boruto, it has Naruto in it and a fight where he is involved, and it's like, why didn't you just do more Naruto then? If everyone just likes this. It's just really funny. I haven't seen a single scene of Boruto from his own show, like clip-wise anywhere, which I just think is a pretty strong indicator on how well it's perceived overall.
I think I've drank too much coffee today. I already have to pee.
Ooh.
Talk about anime for another couple minutes.
We'll figure it out. If anything, at the very least, you're not binging Sword Art Online. I never watched that at all. I don't know anything about that one.
I did. It's okay. It's not great.
No. As long as anime I tried to watch was Fairy Tail. It got bloody repetitive, and I think gave up on around 80 episode point, not even attempting One Piece. I mean, I'm already nearing 100 episodes now. I think season 6 is like episode 70 to 90 or something. And I skipped like 7 of the episodes because they were a bit just filler thingies where they're just on a random place doing things. But yeah, could be worse. Could be like Naruto Shippuden. That is more filler than anything, so much that you could watch all of Hunter x Hunter, only miss the fillers in Shippuden. Damn. Trigun is a classic. I think I watched that a long time ago. I don't really remember a lot of it, but I think it was pretty good. I need to rewatch that for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's interesting to go back because it's been like legit 15 years or something since I watched One Piece from the get-go. And just the things I remembered and how long they actually take, just kind of fun to realize. Like, oh wait, that doesn't even take that long. I'm already en route to get to Chopper. Yeah, it's something I always remembered with One Piece is that I found interesting is I think I kept saying Grand Line on the last stream, but I think it's actually the Red Line I was thinking of, where they get absolutely obliterated and they figure out like, yeah, let's just train for 2 years, otherwise we're not making it through the red line anyway. And then I think you have like a couple of episodes where you see them train, and then they come back together and they're all much stronger. It's just fun. It's found more interesting, at least in concept, that they actually realize, yeah, we need to fucking train to some degree, and then go further, instead of just like, I got more angry, so now I got more powerful with bigger hair. Yes, I mean Dragon Ball, and I really like Dragon Ball, but it's
I immediately got that once you said, okay, I'll just get more angry. It was immediately clear.
I think I didn't hide it particularly well, and I didn't mean to, but yeah.
Well, I guess like I didn't even hear the first part of it because I didn't bring my phone with me. So I didn't hear what you were talking about. But the second I sat down and got my headphones on, I heard, we need something more than we'll just get more angry with bigger hair. And I was like, I was talking about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because there's a place in One Piece where they just get absolutely annihilated, and then they're basically just like, yeah, we need to train for 2 years, and then we come back as a group and go through the red line instead of just getting angry. But yeah. The original Dragon Ball manga was awesome as fuck. I really like Dragon Ball, man. I call it a guilty pleasure these days, because honestly, I don't think it's particularly amazing in terms of story writing, but I don't know. It's the nostalgia. It's nostalgia, and it's the
professional wrestling for weebs.
It's the power kicks, like, yeah, beat his ass, fuck him up,
puppies.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll go through Super, actually. I think I'll start watching that when it first came out.
I've seen a good chunk of it. Hit is an interesting villain. Got a cool power.
I don't even remember who that was.
If I tell you his power, it'll ruin it. But oh my god, Rocky.
Let me look at a picture. Hit, because I remember the name, but I don't remember. Oh, that guy.
He's a purple man.
Okay, I've seen him like visually, but I don't think I've seen him fight. I don't know. Doesn't matter. OG Dragon Ball,
you won't be able to tell his power by looking at it. They sort of have to explain it, and it just kind of explains why he's able to like beat almost anybody, at least for a good chunk of time, until, spoiler alert, Goku eventually beats him.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I only watched the abridged series. Had a school friend who really loved it. I hated it. He later became a Brody. We're no longer friends. What a story.
Yeah, it was back when I lived at my old base, and my house was 5 minutes away from work. So often on my lunch, I would go home and like do a quick cardio workout and then like shower and be able to get back to work in time. But what I would do is I would go and watch an episode of either Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball. I eventually got to Dragon Ball Super. And I would just have the volume ultra loud because I was the only one who lived there. So it would be able to, I'd be able to hear it over the sound of my like fan bike that I have.
Yeah.
And it's Dragon Ball's not a bad show to watch while you're working out. They're basically constantly trying to like train and get stronger. So
has the German Hammer seen Monster? No, we actually talked about this recently, that we should watch it, or I should watch it at least.
Monster would be like Jojo, Johan can't get you. It's okay. You are the monster. Spirit of the God, I should call you Johan.
Don't watch Super. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It's just
Jojo
a thing. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT. Why is the naming scheme sounds like I'm browsing Nvidia cards?
GT I've never seen, but because I hear that like Toriyama had nothing to do with that one, so I was like, maybe I should just skip that. It's kind of non-canon.
It aired in Germany, and if I'm not mistaken, they were at one place, and then I watched the next day, and there was something completely different. I don't know what happened there, but I think they fucked up. And I don't remember anything about it. It was like a really weird one. I don't know why they ever released it. And now somehow they connected the lore back to it, because the Dragon Ball GT, like Super Saiyan 4, I think it is, where he becomes like half ape. That's now in Super.
Yeah, doesn't
so
have,
I have no idea how that works out.
Isn't it like SSJ4 or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. But that's now in...
Or is it G4? Is that where the G comes from? Now it really do sound like I'm talking about video cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that one I know nothing at all about. I can't recommend it or recommend against it because yeah, it's
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan something.
Super Saiyan God, that's in Super.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. More power-ups. Stuff. I don't know. The original Dragon Ball was always the coolest to me, especially with the tournaments. Those ruled. Those were really cool.
It's been a while since I've seen those.
Yeah.
Watched them all when I was a kid, though.
This might have been an airing issue. Yeah. I know how the German TV used to fuck that up with Case Closed or Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, really? Yeah. That's the first time I noticed it happening. It's really weird. But yeah, I never watched it all the way through. Probably won't, because it never looked really good to me. And the only thing people always kept talking about was like the last transformation he does we just talked about. So yeah, I don't know. Probably not worth the effort going through. But yeah.
Gotta say, Fullmetal Alchemist, though, that's good stuff.
That is good stuff. I've seen that twice. And I think I've seen the original once as well.
I have seen the original once. I did not like it nearly as much as Brotherhood, and so far the anime is, Brotherhood seems, or at least my memories of the last time I watched Brotherhood, which granted was a while ago, are pretty spot on with the manga, and I'm already up to when they're in the northern area with the muscle dude's sister.
I haven't seen it in a while myself. I need to rewatch it.
Major General Armstrong.
If only you had unlimited time in a day, then you can watch all the things you want to. But no, not allowed.
Well, I mean, I read manga on my tablet, and I just, like, when I don't have a patient at work, I have my tablet open and I'm going through Fullmetal Alchemist. So it's manga is actually almost easier for me to get through than anime, because while I can like throw an anime on the tablet, it is the kind of thing that then I got to worry about if I'm bothering people or not. So
there was a time where Krillin showed
that if watching with subs makes that a bit easier, because I find people are less bothered by things that, like, if they're just hearing Japanese voices, they tune it out. Whereas if it's like English stuff, then I have to worry about, like, is someone going to say something that'll sound inappropriate to people that are overhearing it. But
there was a time where Krillin showed Roshi Bulma's boob, so his nose blood would make an invisible guy visible. Good shit. I remember that. That's so stupid. Talking about boobs, that's actually a good segue, because I want to briefly talk about the whole Valve and I guess PayPal situation.
No, I think it's actually like Visa and MasterCard, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was PayPal. Maybe
I thought it was just payment processors are the ones that are
maybe processors in general. Like, I mean, I have like the SteamDB Twitter message about it. It says like this is possibly related to PayPal, because people in certain regions have not been able to use it to pay on Steam for the past 5 days or something like that.
Like for anything?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter for what I'm trying to say here in the broad strokes. If it's PayPal or like actual banks. Because basically what's been happening, Valve has been yeeting like pornographic games, but the name, the way it's phrased again is so vague, because it basically says, yeah, certain games apply, and nobody knows what it actually is. So if you go in SteamDB, it's like mostly.
Wasn't the one
hang on. Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
If you go on like the SteamDB Twitter page, they have like listed a thing, and honestly, the games that have been removed, I don't really care if those are removed, because it's all like these weird incest games thingies. Where it's like, yeah, I don't care if those are gone. But what I'm worried about is that now payment processors, be it banks or PayPal or whatever, just starting to get this influence where they can just say, yeah, we don't like these types of things, so get rid of those or you're not allowed to use us anymore. How about you just do what you're supposed to do and just do my payments and transfer my money and do the thingies that I want you to do? Like, you shouldn't be caring about whatever that is, be it sexual content, be it political content, or whatever. I find that quite worrying, that that's a thing that is actually being applied by Valve of all things. I thought they were kind of above that kind of stuff, but I guess not. But that's
well, and that's why I think it's Visa and MasterCard being involved, because like while Valve is generally pretty like, yeah, we're gonna let people make their own decisions about what they want to pay for. Once the payment processors start saying like, we are not going to allow people to use like Visas and MasterCards in order to like use Steam, they are then in a very difficult position, because it's like, well, I mean, like,
feels like
so
a
what are we
second.
gonna do?
Feels like
Have
a
people
second.
pay in cash? Like,
Yeah, it feels like
that's gonna be tough.
Feels like a bit of a second wave of that kind of stuff, because wasn't like a couple of years ago where Pebble was like, yeah, you don't get to use our services if you do like an OnlyFans or whatever and sell, I don't know, porn or whatever it was, where they just weren't allowed to use it anymore, and then they couldn't get any payments anymore. So yeah,
I mean, maybe. I know that like adult content in general, there is some weird thing where they can't just like have you directly pay with credit cards for a lot of the stuff. And I don't know if that is, I think, you know, like I'm getting this from, it's funny mentioning like Dev, like if we had Short Fat or Taco on, he'd be able to probably explain this stuff a lot better, because he just made a video on that game No Mercy, which is one of the aforementioned like banned from Steam incest games. And he had a video quite a while ago called, I think it was called like MasterCard is the Final Boss, that talked about how like MasterCard in particular was getting like pretty active about what people can and cannot use a MasterCard to pay for. And I think that, again, like the difficult thing is it's sort of what you mentioned there. It's like once they start saying like, okay, well, these random like kind of like pornography games that are on Steam, we don't want our payment services being used to pay for them. It's like, well, how long until it's, I mean, the easy example is they say, oh, we don't want content that does things like promoting bank robbery, and then like you can't have Grand Theft Auto be paid for, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like, I mean, you could argue that, oh, that's a slippery slope fallacy, but it's like, well, but is it? Because what about God of War 3? Like, can that be now considered a porn game because there's a sex scene with Aphrodite in it? You know, like Heavy Rain, like how close to like porn does it have to be before you're not allowed to buy it with like these credit cards?
Because that rule is like not very informative, because it's like clause 15 in that certain rule. It just says content that may violate the rules and standards set forth by Steam's payment processors and related card networks and banks. Okay, so it's all of them. You were right. Or internet network providers, in particular, certain kinds of adult-only content.
Yeah, and certain so, not certain kinds. Like, tell us these specific kinds.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that will be important. And I mean, as much as like, I'm not the type of person that plays those types of games, but you know, like if there are people who do, like whatever, let them spend the money on the games that they want to buy.
Yeah.
Like there are family restrictions on Steam. So like if you're like, oh, well, like what if my 12-year-old plays this like that No Mercy game or something like that? It's like, well, I mean, does he have an adult unrestricted account where he can just play and buy whatever he wants? Or are you a parent? You know, like do you actually maybe give him an account that it just has like limited access so that he can only like buy T-rated games, or like can't buy any games on his own without like the family password?
Yeah. The interesting thing is, here in Germany, I probably wouldn't even notice this, because all those adult games are not available anyway. Because by German law, you can't do this. You can't sell those unless you have a way to make sure you're selling it to someone who is really of age, who's 18 plus. So you can't
that's interesting.
You can't even have it, but then you can't even have it listed on Steam, so you can't even find those games on the Steam page. I guess unless you use a VPN, right? So
wouldn't the solution for that just be if on German Steam you have to like provide a driver's license to buy like adult content?
That's what
And it's
PlayStation
like
does,
one-time age
actually.
verification where it's just, send them a photo of front and back of your driver's license so they can prove that you're a real person and that you are the age you say you are.
That's what some do. On PlayStation Network, I like years ago already when I first started using it, I had to provide a copy or like the number of my ID. So you can do that. Which also the downside now is when I went back when Final Fantasy 16 came out, you couldn't get the demo for free on the PlayStation Network because of that. So I had to pay like 50 cents for the demo because of the.
What?
Yeah, it's really.
How does that connect to the ID verification?
I have no idea. I read it when it happened because I was confused, but there was like some weird reason because of that. It just screwed
maybe like to
everything
prove
up.
that. Yeah, I guess like is it 50 cents that you then get back?
If I do, I didn't get it.
Well, because what that might be, because sometimes like for age verification, they might do things like charge you a penny on a credit card, and then you just get it back just so that you can verify you do have a credit card, therefore
Yeah.
you are over 18.
The thing is, I didn't pay with credit card. I just used my bank account, my normal one. I don't even have a credit card, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I had one before, but I got rid of it because I never used it. like every couple of years, it was like, oh, now a credit card would be useful, but then I just don't have one. Then I just ask someone to do it for me real quick. Yeah, credit cards are not really that prevalent here. You don't really need it a lot. I just use PayPal and my bank account, and that's about it.
I use my credit card for pretty much everything, and then I use my bank account to pay off my credit card, and that's why I have a stupid amount of Aeroplan points.
Right.
I could fly to Japan and back like 3 times without paying
Nice.
for it.
Poor mortal can't goon. You just have to go to other websites, I guess. For example,
never
Fear and
been
Hunger, one of those games that I talked about before, was like the super brutal game with like all kinds of dinguses in it and crazy material that's very explicit and brutal. You can't get this on German Steam. I had to get it on itch.io, and I wish I hadn't because I didn't like it very much.
Well,
I picked that up because the lore sounded kind of fun and just the whole. It was a hard game, and I do like playing hard games, so I was
I
curious
bet
about
it
the
was.
challenge. Well, there's enemies in there that are pretty hard, for sure. But I don't find the gameplay particularly good or interesting, and it's you can lose a run by a legit coin toss. And it's like, yeah, you lost that coin toss. Now the enemy just annihilates you. It's like, oh, okay, that's fun. It's like permadeath as well, unless you like. I think the second one they made, you can turn that off as well, and I don't mind that, but it's I found it more frustrating to get through than anything else. So yeah, I watched the lore videos; they were kind of fun. But yeah, wonder if that stays afloat with the Steam, with the payment processor stuff, or if they do something stupid with it in the future. So I don't know. I just
I mean, like
I think the word soft power, the term soft power, I saw in chat here earlier. It's like, yeah, banks and stuff. So like a soft power to get rid of certain things they don't want to be sold or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's a bad precedent to set that just like now we are going to allow payment processors to decide just like, no, you can't spend your money on that. Because I think like really the only bar that should be cleared is this content legal?
Pretty much,
And
yeah.
I mean, I think ultimately most pornography is legal with obviously like your key exceptions of the stuff that wouldn't be right. So if a game involves that type of adult content that is not always adults, if you catch my drift, then yeah, no, obviously that should not be allowed. But I mean, like if it's like ultimately, who cares who's like speeding off to what, as long as it's like not illegal content, right? And I mean, ultimately, I think it's like, is there really even that large a number of people that are using video games for that type of recreation? I mean, because like, you know, you need a controller in your hands, and generally you want your hands to be free when you're doing. Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's something that entities like MasterCard and Visa need to get that involved in, right? And I mean, I guess that once that happens, once they're given that power, what else are they allowed to say is not allowed, right?
Exactly.
And how specific can they get? Like, can they say, okay, well now, like we want Stellar Blade to censor some of their costumes because some of that is a little bit too close to the stuff that we don't like. Otherwise, you can't use our payment methods for your service. And it's like, is that a world we want? Because at the very least, that's one step towards it, right? Even if it's not really affecting games that we would personally care about now.
No. Metal, have you watched Super Eye Patch Wolf's video on Fear and Hunger? Explains the mechanics and effective text pretty well. I've seen a bunch of videos about this game. I don't think I've saw his one. It's funny, he comes up today because I watched a video of his yesterday. He popped up on my feed a couple of times, but I never watched it. He does like content about wrestling as well, so I'm surprised I didn't watch his stuff earlier, because I started watching a video of that as well. I think that video I saw
on Yakuza and Berserk, and I think he did a pretty good job on both of them.
Oh, I need to check those out as well. Yeah, it's a lot of content, long form content. He's one of the long, it seems. This is funny. He comes up today because I watched him yesterday while I was playing some Vigia games on the side. Yeah, I saw a video of Void Stranger, which I think is a video he released yesterday. I think that was from yesterday. It's like this. It's a pretty weird game, which looks like simple, but plays around with the mechanics quite a bit. I wish I would like randomly find these weird games. I find those interesting. But yeah, I need to check that out. But yeah, I like the videos I've seen of him. It's pretty fun stuff. He sometimes does a little bit of the like the narration voice where he goes like a little lower and stuff, and it's like, okay, I
was going to mention that.
It's like I don't need that particularly, but the content is still good. Like it's
got quite the performative voice.
Yeah. But the contents of the
great thing about the Yakuza games is that they really make you feel things.
Yeah, it's like one of these things like, oh, it's not my favorite, but the content itself is really good, so I can tolerate it myself. But yeah. Anyway, talking about the game I was playing yesterday, while watching that, Chad, you provided me like ample segues today. That's fantastic. You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you, Chad.
I want to the real co-host all along.
I need to rant about a game, and this might. No one is probably going to give a shit about this because I don't actually know anyone else besides me and some friends who play the game. I want to rant about fucking Ark Ascended, Survival Ascended. It's if you don't know, Ark, the first Ark came out like a long time ago. I never really played it, but a friendo, or I have a group of friends who I always play with on Fridays, and they always played the first one, and the second one is out, but you couldn't really play that, so we played the first one for a while because we could just do a server ourselves, and someone's like, yeah, maybe we should just rent a server, official one, and then play on there, because we're just going to play it every Friday, and everyone can just pop on whenever they have some free time, want to build some shit. And so we did that, and I played it a lot in the last couple of weeks, and it drives me fucking insane. This game is so bad. I don't know why I keep playing it.
Nexus Hives is correct then in asserting that Survival Evolved is superior?
Well,
not really a survival crafting guy in general.
Well, the thing is, they meant to do, from what I understand, they meant to do Ark 2. They didn't do that. They did Survival Ascended, which came out like 2 years ago, is still in early access, and then they sold a DLC for $15, which, from what I understand, when you play PvP, is pretty much pay to win, because there's stuff in it that you absolutely need if you do PvP. So that's always good. As if you look on the Steam page of the DLC, it's It's negative. It's overwhelmingly negative, I think. So. Ooh. Yeah, you can.
Oh, is this the one where like the first trailer for it they had like Vin Diesel and like
maybe I don't know
like arc stuff. I kind of remember.
I think it's the first arc. I had that in my Steam library for like ages. It was probably on the Humble Bundle. I never played it, and the only reason I agreed to play that with them is because Ark Survival Ascended is on Game Pass, so I didn't need to pay anything. And am I glad I didn't. If I would have paid $45 for that game, I would have jumped out of my window. This game has so many problems. So first of all, it's Unreal Engine 5, and it's the finest Unreal Engine 5 slop known to man.
Unreal Engine 5 in like an open world survival crafting game? Jesus. I can only imagine.
I need to do like DLSS and all that jazz to get a fluent 60 FPS, and my graphics card, which is a 9070 XT, brand new, 16 gig of VRAM, was 16, right? Not 24. Yeah, 16. It just goes fucking nuts. Like, it's on 100% all the time. And I was like, God. So every time I play that game, it gets so warm in here because the graphics card just pumps out the heat. And it's like pretty warm at the moment, so you can't really get a good airflow going as well. So that's a small thing. It's like, whatever.
There we go. Finally cracked this puzzle in the fucking sun tower.
Okay.
What to do? Sorry.
You do your thing, and it's like, why is everyone playing? It's like, okay, fine. You have like, you can tame dinosaurs. That's sick. There's not really another game I know of that really does that. So you can tame dinosaurs. You can ride around. And you have like your classic base building shenanigans and survival stuff, right? We kind of bumped up the things a little bit so it goes faster, because from what they told me, and they played the game like thousands of hours from what I understand, if you do it with vanilla settings, everything takes fucking forever. Just getting your resources to actually build something, it just takes forever. I think we have like the respawn settings of resources in like 30 minutes or something. Because we're 5 people. If we all want to build something, there's just not going to be enough resources in the near vicinity. So, Game Pass version has a very... Oh, actually, hang on. Let me start with another thing. That's one of the things that actually broke my brain when I figured it out.
That it's on Game Pass?
No. It's a thing that has to do with connecting to a server you've rented. So we've rented a server. They set it up, took a little bit because they went through all the settings, blah, blah. It's all good. One of our friendos didn't download the game. The game is, of course, over 150 gigabytes big, so it takes a while to download. So we came back from work and started downloading while they were setting up the things. They were done with the setting up. We went on the server and started some shenanigans. Eventually, later that day...
my PS2 emulator these days.
Later that day, he was done with the download. He started to connect. Your password is wrong, it says. Like, weird. We double, triple, quadruple checked. His password was definitely not wrong. It wasn't wrong. And we're like, the fuck is happening? And I scoured the internet, and I couldn't find any good resolution for it. And then I stumbled upon this one Steam thread that said, oh yeah, I had this problem. Check if his name has a hashtag in it, like his Steam name. Get rid of it and try again. That worked.
You can put a hashtag in your Steam name?
It's just like the pound sign or the hashtag sign. Just the symbol, the hashtag symbol.
I guess I so rarely see like special characters in Steam.
Oh, you can put all the characters in there. It doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
But for some reason, that was the issue. He got rid of it, and he could join immediately. And I don't know how this went wrong.
They have a no pound rule.
The best thing is, then another one couldn't connect who had the symbol in his name before, but he had no problems. But then I guess it's only one person can have the problem at the same time or something. So they got rid of those. symbols, and then that was the thing. I have no idea how this even works. I don't know where the coding grabs the hashtag and says like, I'm gonna take this with me, I guess, or something. I have no idea. I fell out of my chair. I was like, I work in IT. I'm not a programmer, but I kind of know what's going on. I don't know where this went wrong, that it takes the hashtag and just takes it with it or prevents it from using the password correctly. I have no idea. But yeah, we got that to work. Cool. Then, of course, runs like absolute garbando if you don't have a big PC. One friend of mine actually is still rocking the 1080, absolute legend of a graphics card. But he's not having a great time right now. I'm actually building him a new PC soon. I gave him parts to order, and then he wanted to do a pre-build, and I was like, no, you won't. You don't live that far away from me. You're gonna buy the parts, and then you drive over here, and I'll build it. Which,
I mean, like, I guess it depends on what, like, how expensive parts are in your area. Because sometimes pre-builds, you end up getting like, it's almost a better bet sometimes to get a pre-build with most of the major parts that you need, and then not right now.
Nope. He has great timing actually. He's gonna pay about 1,700 euro. He's basically gonna build my PC with a better CPU and a better PSU. And I cross-referenced with pre-built from Germany, and it was across the board worse and cost the same.
Good. Yeah, that's all you need to really figure out.
Yeah, so he gets
often though. I was just going to say that often though pre-builds might have all of the main parts that you need for a cheaper price, but then have like a shit amount of RAM, and then the solution would be then just buy the pre-build and then get some extra RAM and throw it in there.
Yeah, and also most of the GPUs, there's just the 5070 with less VRAM, but then it costs more. So yeah, I don't know. I'll build it for him. Also, I really like building PCs, so it's a bit of a...
Yeah, it is fun.
A little bit for me there as well, but yeah, he's also going to just not spend as much money and get a beastly PC, because he's actually going to get the 9800 3XD in his build, which is only like...
Oh, that's something that's coming out?
That is already out. Like, you can already get it.
Like a 90, like, is it an AMD video card? 9080 XT?
What? No, the CPU. 9800 3XD. I mean, the CPU.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha. Sorry, I thought you were talking about a video card. I was like, I thought the 9070 was the only...
No, that's still the only... That's still their biggest one, yeah. And yeah, that one is the best on the right now. The thing is, he doesn't need it, but because he had like 2K to spare, and I was like, you got like $400 left over, and I already put 2 M.2 drives in there, so you can, if you want, we can go up. And then I checked, like, oh, it's only like 100 or 150 more to get this one. You probably won't need it anytime soon, because my 7800 is mostly asleep with everything I do. But if you get the spare money, you fucking might as well, right?
Yeah, and like, I mean, every so often you'll run into games that will be CPU bottlenecked. So,
yeah.
Nothing. And CPU is also that's the biggest pain in the ass to upgrade on its own, because you basically have to replace the motherboard, and unless it's one where the motherboard's still compatible with like the next generation of CPUs in the same line, but even then you're gonna have to do a BIOS update, which is not the most user-friendly thing to do.
It can be quite annoying, yeah.
Yeah, so it's the GPU upgrade later is a way easier bet than CPU upgrade later. So you might as well get the better CPU you can. And
you have a PC building sideline metal? Oh fuck no! I do that for my friends that live close to me. I'm not gonna start fucking building PCs and ship them out. Fuck that.
Make that the goal for when your weight routine is like really paying off. You can do the Henry Cavill PC build.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to do that. So, another really cool feature of the Game Pass version it drives me fucking mad. You know that like chat filters exist, so you can't write slurs and stuff in game. It's like, yeah, it's annoying, but you can mostly turn them off, so who gives a shit. So this is a server that is just us, so we don't really give a shit who writes what in there, obviously. And it's not like we fucking throw slurs in there all the time.
Each other,
But that's not even the problem. The problem is, I don't know what the fuck this chat filter does, but it filters completely random stuff. If you write LOL, it censors it on Game Pass.
What?
Yes.
The most basic, like, not be. What actually? What would you call that? Like, what is the language of things like LOL?
It's like internet
LMAO?
Speak. It's like
internet speak. Is that what you call it?
I would call it. I don't know.
It's not really lead speak. Like lead speaks when you're spelling the words.
Yeah, it's like 1337.
733.
Yeah. So if you think that's insane, try typing in the letter E. That gets censored. Just the letter E. Just the letter E.
What?
Exactly.
So yeah, at that point, that seems like it's an error. Is it just you have to say words? Is that it? It's like
no.
If it's not in the dictionary, it's getting deleted.
So here's the fun part. You start writing out a sentence, and at some point the game is like, I don't like this, and then the whole line goes to asterisk, 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 and just ruins your whole sentence.
Okay.
This also happens when someone else writes it and you get the message, and then it's completely censored for you. It's like, oh, okay, so I can't read any of this. If you think that's annoying, this also applies for item search. So if I go to my inventory and try to search from something, and the game is like, I don't like this word, it censors it. If I want to try to search for thatch, I can't. At least not by typing in the word, because THA or TH is bad, so it censors it.
There's lots of words that have TH in it, though.
Do you see the problem? So you fucking have to put it like or something and hope it comes up.
When you're searching for their in-game items?
Yes.
Like, so they have items that have names that you can't search the name of because they've censored the word.
Somewhere between Microsoft and the game, they implemented some kind of...
Oh, so is this only the Game Pass version?
This is only the Game Pass version, yes.
Okay.
And I have deactivated all filters of chat stuff on my Microsoft account in general now. But that doesn't change anything. So this is like almost game breaking to some degree. It's so annoying. If I randomly go on the server and see one of my friendos is online as well, but we don't really want to go in a voice call because we're both watching YouTube on the side or whatever.
Yeah.
It's almost impossible for me to write a full sentence without stumbling upon something that they don't like. I read like a 15-word sentence.
Just have Discord open, I guess, like at the side and use.
Well, the thing is,
Discord
if I would be on Steam, I could just do the overlay, right? But it's just really fucking annoying. At some point, I just open up a Steam thing when I know that guy is online. It's like, I'm gonna write here because otherwise I'm gonna throw my PC out of the window.
Wait, actually, can you add Game Pass games to Steam as non-Steam games? And so just you kind of have Steam running in the background.
I know you can link the accounts somehow. I could try that. Maybe I can use the overlay then. I don't know. That's actually not a bad idea.
They just like add the file. Because like it's not every so often I'll be like, for example, I think it's the Xbox 360 emulator. There's like not a good way to set up your controls. So what I did is I just added the Xbox 360 emulator to Steam, and then I use Steam input to like customize the controls basically.
Yeah. Maybe I should just start using lead speak in those sentences, just to use fucking numbers.
Well, I mean, I almost think that like maybe it's an anti-leet speak thing, that it doesn't want you like trying to be sneaky about spelling out slurs.
I don't know. It recognizes spaces. The second it sees
numbers and letters that don't belong next to each other, it's just like no, not allowed.
I tried spaces and dots in between. It sometimes figures that out as well. I say it figures it out. I don't even know what it figures out. If I do TH, I don't know what. Maybe because that is included in the word meth. I don't fucking know. It's absolutely annoying as shit. The game also has like a lot of just quality of life issues that drive me up the fucking walls. So you go to a smithy and you want to make a ceiling for your hut you want to build. You always have to physically move all the items into your inventory in order to build it. For some reason, it is not enough to just click the smithy, have the inventory open, which is the same window, by the way. Right side smithy inventory, left side your inventory, and crafting. Why do I need to push it over there? Also, the splitting of items doesn't work very well in the other inventory, so you move it over, right click, split, and then move the rest over for someone else is going to use something. It's just it's so annoying because every time I check, do I have everything there?
None of this sounds good, or at least like, I mean, and not even.
I would never in a million years recommend this game to anyone. Play 7 Days to Die or whatever.
I guess to be more specific about what I meant, I didn't mean good as in like something I'd want to play. I meant good as in just general design choice.
It's horrendous. Because like, I complain about this game.
I've never been shy about. I'm not a big survival crafting guy, so I'm probably not the person to properly rate this game. But things like that just make me say like, well, that just seems like objectively dumb choices, though. Like.
It's crazy. Apparently, there's like things that they just removed from the earlier game, from the first game, that's not in there anymore. And I think the problem is because you have to use official servers right now. You can't put like useful mods in there. I think there was like a mod called S Plus that made like all the stacking and placing of stuff way better. But they still haven't implemented everything of that mod into their games for some reason, even though it's like right there. But
that seems bizarre.
Yeah, so again, I'm really happy I didn't pay any extra money for it and it was on Game Pass because I would have been very mad. So yeah, you have to do like all these weird things, and the dumb thing is there is items you can make in the smithy or in a fabricator or in a smelting pot, whatever. Then they have like a menu there. It's like constructions, metal, bunk bed, for example. You can do that. You just have the items in there and do it. Perfect. Why can't I just do this with all the other items? Like you just need to put the item list into this. That's all you gotta do. You don't even need to change your program. You just do copy paste the list of the things and put it in there. Unless you have like some pirate software kind of coding, which I've seen online some pictures of and looked very funny. So yeah, it's really long. The fact that you don't, if you want to build, so what I wanted to build like a big crafting room which has like one row that's just free, but it's all glass, so you can just look outside the thing we built, so you can look outside, look kind of cool.
Have a view.
It was kind of cool idea. There's no glass tiles you can build. You can make like windows, which is like a singular hole, and then you can put a quote-unquote window in there, which looks more like a hatch you can open up, but you can't really connect them. But you can make like these large places that are free, but can't really put a window in there. The only thing that kind of looks like a window is like a greenhouse wall, but that's not even fully transparent. You can't really...
Yeah, the Ark world, I mean, I know there's dinosaurs. Have they advanced to the point that they have glassworks?
You can build like a complete metal building and stuff. Like the whole thing is to technology.
Is there any glass though in the world though?
Oh yeah.
They don't have glass. Okay.
Yeah.
Or translucent plastic, whatever.
Yeah.
Transparent, I guess.
Like there's so many weird small things that I keep noticing every time I do something. For some reason, you can't build a second foundation on the first foundation if you want to like level something out. So you have to like fuck around with the other things. So you do like a quarter piece of wall on the left, and then you have to put like a ceiling thing on top so you can level out with the other foundation, because the foundation next to it was only allowed to go a little lower. And then you have to do so much fucking around to just get an even place to build. It's so annoying. Oh.
Yeah, is this maybe the same team who made the first game?
Yeah.
Do they not have, like, at this point, decades of experience making
You would
this
think
type
so,
of game?
right? I mean, I've kind of
Like,
checked
Ark's been around for a long time,
I
right?
checked the comments on the second one. Everyone was like, "Yeah, I really like this game, but the developers are fucking scum." It's pretty much what I've seen.
Oh.
So the DLC as well, as I already said, they have like DLC that's basically pay to win. Like one of us bought it, so we can access it if we want to. But
he buys it. He's like, I'm the king now of our survivor society.
From what I've read, and we didn't really have this problem yet, if you're on the server with us and you have the DLC, and there's some dinosaurs and just creatures in general that come with the DLC that you are not allowed to do anything with when the other person is not on there. So apparently, I don't know, maybe they fixed it. That's just a comment I've seen. I haven't seen it happen with us yet. But at least there was a problem at some point where they just died their animals if they didn't do anything with them for a while because they weren't online, because the other ones weren't allowed to feed them and not interact with their inventory and whatever.
So like the DLC animals are like the AIs bugging out and like they don't work properly?
No, you're not allowed to access them as another player without the DLC. So if they, I don't know, if they put their animal too far outside the base and there's like aggro enemies everywhere and it starts fighting and then it dies, no one else on the server could do anything to get it inside with like a whistle command or something. It's like, hey, you're too far out, come back in. They might have fixed that by now. That's just something I've seen, which at least was an issue.
Yeah, that seems like a mistake, because then that seems like, well, I mean, if these DLCs that we have to pay for turn into liabilities for us, then why why even have them be a factor? I mean, yeah, maybe they're cool, but unless we all agree to buy it, then it. Yeah, like if you owned it, would you then be able to like give it commands?
From what I understand, yes. Yeah.
Even if it's that person's thing, right?
Yeah, if you're like in the same tribe on the map, you can do things with other people's animals, pretty much. Yeah. And you would be able to do it with the DLC if the other one would also have the DLC. Whatever. I think they might have fixed it because I didn't see that problem with us yet. I'm not sure. Also, you can build like trains and rails and stuff with the DLC, something you can't do with the base game. So I can totally see how this would be like pay to win if you play PvP. If you have like, if you can build trains and like cars and shit, and the other ones just don't. It's like, yeah, I can see that being a big problem in PvP.
Yeah, you can.
Also, one other just super stupid thing is, so you God, so stupid. You tame dinosaur X. If you want to ride the dinosaur, in like 95% of the dinosaurs, you need a saddle to ride it and run around with it. You can find dinosaur X on the map, and I was like, okay, I need a saddle for this. Why can I unlock the schematics for this? I was like, hello, friendo. Why can I get this saddle? He's like, oh, yeah, the engrams, which is like the things where you get the schematics from that you unlock with levels and stuff. Those are apparently kinda locked to the maps. So for some reason on this map, the schematic wasn't available. So I had to log off, turn off the game, and download a full different map because that's the only one that had that engram on it. And then I had to relog, and then I was able to build it. I was like, why am I allowed to capture this here, but I can't build the item to use it properly? That is absolutely ridiculous. Why isn't it just the full engram for every map? I don't understand.
I guess I got to ask the obvious question. Is there a reason you guys are still playing this game and haven't just moved on to something else?
Listen, it drives me insane. They don't seem to care.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't even have played it if I didn't have it on Game Pass. Like, I wasn't interested. I didn't even know it was that bad. But, yeah, I don't know. The big draw is you can tame dinosaurs, and it's really cool. I have, like, an ice wyvern I can fly around and just fuck shit up with. That's fun. But the game is horrifically bad. I hate it, and I keep playing it. This is...
maybe the real game is the friends that you made along the way.
Well, I think the problem is I picked those friends up way before we played the game.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now you're stuck with them.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that's my rant about that game. I don't know. Don't play it unless you have friends and you can still have fun with it. Definitely don't. The thing is, it's so stupid because it's like, if you have a Game Pass, just fucking give it a try. But if you want to use the chat function and searching, it's not going to be a great time. I know.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's not really. It's just kind of not my genre. So I don't think it's the kind of thing I would even want to like spend the time getting into. Also, I'm sort of on a kick of just like hammering through Silent Hill games.
Well, here's the thing. I think they don't like the survival aspects themselves because the settings are so high that I barely need to eat or drink anyway. They just want to build stuff and tame dinosaurs, which is fine.
Oh well. I mean, I think, and that's probably the big thing with me, that I'm not great at building structures in video games out of like individual pieces. Like it's not something I've ever been fantastic at. In fact, like I've been kind of casually replaying Tears of the Kingdom, and even when I have to like build a machine to like solve a puzzle, I'm generally not fantastic at it. And because I'll picture the thing in my head, and then it'll take me a while to actually like put it all together. And that's a pretty simplistic system as far as that stuff goes. But yeah, it's just not something I'm particularly great at it. I am apparently pretty good at getting through Silent Hill games, though. I've got a really good feel for those type of puzzles these days. And yes, and emulators are cheap to use. So while I've been trying to keep the expenses down due to JoJo's upcoming dental work that is about 2 weeks away now.
Ooh.
It's emulators are a good way to go about that.
Oops.
And, yeah, no, and like that's kind of all I've been doing gaming wise, is just like playing the Silent Hills. So, and I think I already kind of talked about them too. So yeah, I may get through like all of them by the time F comes out, and then we'll likely have a good conversation about Silent Hill F, where I can bring something to the table about how it stacks up to the history of that series.
Yeah. Oh, there were like 2 super chats that came in from Xavier saying, "Good day to the both of you. Don't know what this film is, but here's $5 reduce." Well, it's an episode of a show we will talk about here in a little bit.
So I mean, Black Mirror, the episodes of Black Mirror are like
kind of like
slightly shorter movies. Yeah. Like I mean, and even actually the one that I watched with Sophia Falcone the other day, that's an hour and a half long, so it's basically a movie.
Yeah, and then another $5 saying, "Good day again. Hello. Here's something I can say. I've been reading more books due to the lack of good modern media these days. That's one good thing, I guess."
Nice.
Yeah. Get your kick somewhere else for sure. I like to play.
Wolf got me into the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, and that is one I strongly recommend. Really looking forward to that final book. It's all he needs to do is have it not suck, and it'll be one of the best sci-fi franchises I've ever read. Like regardless of medium, it's very, very good, to the point that I'm like terrified of them adapting it.
Yeah,
just solid science fiction books.
That's always a worry these days. Oh right, it's almost forgot one thing. Oh, I don't even want to say it because it pains me so much. So apparently a new Dread movie is in the works.
Oh yeah, God.
But it's directed by Taika Waititi. I mean, is there anything else you need to say? Isn't this like painful enough just to say out loud?
I mean, I saw a comment saying like, actually, it's supposed to be more based on the comics, and the comics actually had like a lot of dark humor in it. I was like, I don't think Taika Waititi is good at doing dark humor, though. I think he's good at doing silly, ridiculous humor that is like, it can't exist alongside serious stakes, really, at this point.
All we can hope for is that the writer just writes his stuff and Taika is not allowed to tamper with it, and he just directs, I guess.
I mean, like, I still don't know. The thing I was hearing that, or like, I feel like I read somewhere they were going to do, is that Amazon was looking into doing a Dread series with Carl Urban and like just having that be the way Dread is continued. And I was like, that sounds like a slam dunk. Like, I mean, because Carl Urban is like, he's on The Boys, right? So it's like, it's not like he's opposed to doing television.
Yeah.
And Amazon's got money, so they could probably give them what they would need to do a Dread style show and like have it be pretty good, like 8-episode seasons, something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like Olivia Thirlby's not doing much these days either, so they could get his sidekick back as well. But nope, no. Instead, we're getting. Is it like a reboot? I guess they didn't really specify that, did they? Like, is it going to be Carl Urban, or are they doing like their own thing with it? Because I feel like Taika Waititi, just what I know about him in general, would not fit with the tone of like the 2012 Dread.
Not really, no.
That does not seem like it would work.
So, Mr. Diddler here in chat pointed out he put something in the games channel on the Discord, because Ubisoft wrote something hilarious, it seems. So this comes from the Dexerto Twitter account. Ubisoft claims that putting microtransactions in single-player games like Assassin's Creed Shadows makes them more fun to play. They argue it's because players can progress more quickly if they pay for boosters. How about you stop making video games, Ubisoft, and open up a casino and or make a gacha game?
Or, like, just don't do that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, ultimately, if people want to progress faster than what you're putting out, then doesn't that mean that you have a sluggish progression system that people are getting annoyed with? It's like, well, but we're selling you a solution. It's like, yeah, fuck you. It means that you're gimping your experience in order to like extract more money out of people who want to pose as playing video games. They're like, yeah, no, I don't want to go through all the work of playing this game, but I also want to say that I beat it. So let me pay for these things that let me fly through this 70-hour game in 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's just like all around bad.
It's really annoying. It sucks.
It's the kind of thing that's like, it's also what I think was going to start pushing the world towards PC gaming more and more, like, especially with Xbox. I hear that stuff about like Microsoft is doing their next console as like something where you're not locked to a single storefront, kind of implying that like you'll be able to play your Steam games and stuff too on the next Xbox console, which I mean, basically console will at that point just, it's like, no, it's going to be a set-top box PC, like a Steam machine, but it's Windows, which, like I'm fine with. Like, like, go ahead, do that. But I mean, because at that point, it's like if you really want to like fly through a game fast, like you just have mods or like install Cheat Engine or something, and that will make it difficult for companies like Ubisoft to like charge you money for skipping through their content that they design.
No.
Oh god, it's just, it all is so bothersome.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Metal, will you be playing Wu Chang when it comes out next week? Apparently another Gunnar Souls.
That's next week?
I for the life of me, can't bring myself to play a Souls-like right now. Like, if I play one, the next one I'm probably going to touch is just going to be Lies of P and then the DLC.
Yeah,
DLC
was quite good.
I just don't want to. I just can't bring myself to start up a Souls game right now. That will change eventually, but right now I'm just like, I'm good. I want to play some fun, normal-ish stuff that's not a Souls game. I don't know why I call it normal. It's just, I don't know. I just want to play some gamey game or whatever. Or torture myself with Ark Survival Ascended, which I'm probably going to play a bit after the stream and build more on my house.
They've got you hooked.
I mean, it's if nothing else, it's just good. I don't know, it's good to do while watching some YouTube on the side. It's just, or maybe just go to bed and watch more One Piece. I don't know. I'm probably not going to do a lot today or over the next week. Next week's going to be a little bit of a vacation, you could say.
When in doubt, watch anime.
Oh man, I love the pay to play less mentality that's come about over the years. Yeah, let me play on journal mode while also buying my progress. Really cool.
So much about that bothers me. Every aspect of it, really.
What I want to play though at some point is I want to check out the Deltarune game.
Deltarune?
It's from the
I feel like that sounds familiar.
From the Undertale peeps.
What kind of game is it? Is it like Undertale? Is it an Undertale like?
I think it works pretty much the same. So it's like it's like turn-based combat, but it has like a twist in it where you can negotiate almost with the enemies and just not kill them. There's like a pacifist and a genocide route, basically. There's like legit you can either just go through and just talk to the guys and then they go away and you don't kill anyone. And then there's like a genocide route where you legit kill everything on the way. Like at some point no enemies show up anymore in the place because you killed them all.
Well,
yeah, which actually is a run I've never finished. I was never able to beat the Sun's boss fight. It's very hard. But yeah, I'm curious because I always like the gameplay
hey, you
of
can
it.
Be a pacifist too, Tidgar.
It was kind of nice. I'm curious what they do with Deltarune. The only way to play it is to expunge the entire population of Monstertopia or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember the fan base of that game was absolutely cringe. If you didn't play a certain way, they were angry at you. Mind you, this was back in the day when I had like 5 viewers most of the time. I remember I have someone come and was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just doing the genocide run," and then they just left because they didn't like that. I guess it's really fun.
How can you be playing this video game when there's a genocide going on?
I totally, dude. I remember when it was a long time ago. Mahler put like jokingly like speedrun in his title because he just played Mario Sunshine for the lulz, and people were like, "Don't do that. It's not actually a speedrun." It's like, I can put in my title whatever I want. It's just a meme. It's not. It's just calm down.
They're like, you're not actually doing the speed run, right? This is the faster route.
Yeah. Slum with the $5. Ever looked at Outlast Trials or bigger one to play with friends? I don't think I won't play anything less than an Outlast game. No, I haven't looked at it.
A bit of the first one. I wasn't crazy about it. I never really liked the hide in a thing horror in general. I think like probably like Amnesia, Dark Descent, and Soma were the only ones that I liked, and then every other one I played just seemed bad in comparison.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess like Amnesia the Bunker is a bit of that, but there's also like you do have guns and stuff. Like you kind of can fight the monster as well. And
yeah. Let me remind you.
That sort of drifted a bit more into survival horror territory for me. So
yeah, plays more like a Dead by Daylight ASIM game from what I've seen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not super thrilled to check it out. Maybe at some point. I don't know. Maybe it comes up with the group I play with Cree and the other ones. But I think we want to play that Peak game at some point because that's also a 4-player game.
Which one?
Peak.
Just called Peak.
It's just called Peak. Apparently, you just climb up a mountain peak with 4 people, and it's like some crazy shenanigans that can happen, much like Chained Together or something, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
But yeah, that could be fun. Oh well, things do be happening for sure. Peak by the Crab Soul staffs. Yeah. Well.
Crab Souls. Yeah. Another Crab's Treasure is the actual name of the game. But yeah, so I guess, I mean, maybe we should start on the analysis of the...
Yeah, let's talk about the Black Mirror episode called Playtest.
Now, I guess to kick off, do you know what the significance of the title Black Mirror is? It's deceptively simple.
There's probably multiple definitions, but I'm not entirely sure. So
just if you look at a screen when it's not on, apparently that's it.
Oh, that's the first thing that came to my mind. That's one of the first ones that I've read at some point. So I guess
there we go.
I guess that's it then.
Yeah, so it's basically, if you guys have not seen any episodes of Black Mirror, it's not a like syndicate, or not syndicated, that's not the word, serialized show. Like it's not like every episode picks up from the one after it. Not all episodes are canon to each other either. It's more just an anthology. So it's kind of like the Twilight Zone, but generally every episode has something to do with technology.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the thing.
Yeah. And this one is from season 3, episode number 2. I think that's from 2015, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's quite a while ago.
Yeah. But good news, chat. This one is headlined by John Walker. He's back. Our boy is back. We can't escape him.
And Ghost. We got 2 Thunderbolts.
Right. So yeah, Johnny Boy is back. And this one is called Playtest, and I guess from the name you can already kind of figure out this has to do with gaming in a broader sense, because we're epic gamers, so we talk about that. Actually, how did you stumble upon this one specifically? I forget.
Well, I looked at our list of suggestions, and one of the things that's like broadly on there was just Black Mirror episodes.
Yeah.
I think it was honestly probably because I'd been playing like a lot of Silent Hill, and this does sort of parody or satire Silent Hill in a way, where like the game that the sort of Hideo Kojima like developer that is featured in this episode makes is called Harlech Shadow, so like HS as opposed to SH, and it deals with your subconscious creating the horror, and it's done in a way that is unlike anything that's happened to me in a Silent Hill game, thankfully. Because the technology in Black Mirror for video games is very advanced VR/AR.
Right.
And yeah, but I mean, I think also the neat things to note about this is that it is like a nice little sort of self-contained story. I think we'll get to it, but I think it kind of drops the ball at the very end by doing one last twist that I thought was a little unnecessary. And but in general, I think it's quite a well-made little short film, basically. And it's actually directed, I found out at the very end when the credits started, by the guy who did 10 Cloverfield Lane and the most recent Predator films, both Prey and the upcoming one. That we'll see how that one is. But
is that the animated one, the next one that comes out, or the next live action?
No,
one?
It's the next live action one with where the Predator is kind of the main character of it, and he's got a little Wayland Yutani android with him that, like, I guess very explicitly links the Alien and Predator universes. But yeah. We'll see how it is. Though I did like Prey. I thought Prey was good. Not perfect, but I liked it. And I think overall, I think if you're going to say anything bad about Prey, it wouldn't be like how it's directed. I think the direction in it is quite solid. Maybe the script isn't fantastic at times, but this episode of this show, I think, has a pretty high standard of filmmaking in it, to the point that I, like, even rewatching it, like having seen it before, I was enjoying this much more than I've enjoyed any movie I've sat through in the last little bit in the theaters, at least.
I mean, this is a nice little neat story that I enjoyed. But starting off, we see a boy who's called Cooper. He grabs his passport and his bag and leaves. He leaves his home.
Kind of sneaking out too,
yeah,
which might not be like apparent. He's sort of trying to get out of his house without people noticing with a sort of Euro traveler backpack.
Exactly. And I guess an Uber is waiting for him, or just like a taxi or whatever. And while on the way to what I assume is going to be the airport, he gets a call from his mom, but he declines it. Just says, I'm at work. I'll call you back later. And
which is interesting too. His phone has this thing where you can like hit a single button to like text back a generic reply.
Yeah.
Like busy right now, can't talk kind of thing.
Exactly. And we catch up with him while he's in the airport, and he's watching something on the screen with a big spundo going down a skyscraper. He's playing like a little Android phone game, and get the stewardess coming. Is like, we're gonna have to switch that off right now. It's like, oh, foreshadowing. Actually, now that I see that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just the guy. There's like a little girl who looks like a little bit scared, but he's just kind of like, oh, it looks just like a roller coaster, and goes like, woo. And yeah, we get a montage of big fun times. And let me see if I can get the John Walker soy face here again, because I thought it was funny. I think it's somewhere here, and it's like, oh, almost. But yeah,
this is just a way too to portray a travel around the world in a way that's like, you know, fits within budget. Like we don't need to see him actually being in all these places in live action.
Yeah.
It's just like kind of a montage of his photos set to some music, and yeah, he does this sort of face at the Coliseum.
But yeah, it's just a montage of him going all around the world. He's just doing a big old travel session for, I think it was like a year or something, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he seems to have been he was definitely gone for quite a while. And and this is the last little leg of his, like the last place he was going was England, and then he was going to fly back to America after that.
Whoops. Yeah, just doing the traveling. Upsala. And yeah, he's just kind of hanging out, and then he sees a little pair, and it's like, man, I could use a hookup. So he goes on the big dating app thingy, and he sees someone he likes, and he swipes, and then they meet up with Sonia.
Instant match too. It's like, oh, that was lucky.
That's probably the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen in my life.
And this is the girl that's played by Hannah John Kamen, who is Ghost in the Thunderbolts. She's also Jill Valentine in the terrible Resident Evil film, and she's good in this. And yeah, she's an attractive lady, but has a bad agent apparently.
Yeah, he just tells her about what he's been up to, going a little traveling and stuff, and gets a little bit to a bit more serious note, where he just starts like, yeah, just a bit shy at home, just needed to get away for a little bit, but yeah, this is like my last leg, and yeah, I could use some fun shit to do. She's like, oh, some fun shit, huh? And we cut to them being in the bedroom, obviously. The classic cut that they had, the big sexy times, yeah.
Yep, it's just cut in them waking up beside each other with not a lot of clothes on.
Yeah.
John Walker wins the day.
John Walker wins the day. He just can't stop winning.
Am I low? Is everyone having trouble hearing me? Here, I moved my mic a tad closer, if that helps. But I've not touched my mixer since last week, and I think it sounded okay last week.
Discord is, I don't know what Discord's been doing recently. I said it before, but I feel like...
Did Marc say something?
Wait, Marc is here?
I've been here all along, damn it.
I've not been talking to myself, actually. But yeah, they're just kind of waking up, and there's a call from Mom, and he, again, is like, sorry, can't talk with the little thing. And this is where they're just like, oh, you know, you want to talk to my mom? He just kind of jokes about it, and he's like, hey, you hungry?
Yeah, I mean, in this scenario, he has a pretty good excuse. So she's like, well, that's pretty impersonal, because he just gave the generic text. He's like, what, like, should I have picked up?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to my mom right now, or are we on that level? And she kind of says, fair point. But eventually he does open up about it a little bit. Yeah. Although I think it's not before he sees like copies of like a bunch of PS3 games on her shelf. Yeah. And then
so hang on, I'm actually... I stopped this right now. Sorry, I didn't check it. I want to see what's in here. We got BioShock 2, Dark Souls 2. Puh, gross. I actually have that same copy as well.
Oh, it was Dark Souls 2. See, when I was watching it, I saw it as Dark Souls, so I gave her a little more credit. It's like she's got.
There's also the movie Face Off on top of it. I just saw that. That's kind of fun. I only know the memes. I don't think I've ever seen the actual movie. I just know the meme of Face Off.
That's one we got to do. It's hilarious. It is just a great like late 90s action movie.
Yeah, BioShock 2. Can't read those ones.
There's very, 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 very strong BioShock 1 reference at some point in this episode.
Oh, right at the end. I know exactly what you mean. Would you kindly?
It made me smile.
Yeah, same. I think that's Battlefield here. Thief.
See, at least a Lego game, I think.
Gran Turismo. Oh yeah, that's right. That's a Lego thing. So it's Lego something.
Lego, yeah.
We get Gran Turismo 8. So many of them. Jesus. Heavy Rain.
I think it would be 6 for PS3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because 7 is the PS5 one, right? And then
yeah.
There wasn't actually there wasn't a GT game on PS4.
Oh yeah, crazy. this is Portal 2 at the beginning.
World
You're
Tour
right.
One, I think. Yeah, Portal 2 is the one that you see the front of. Like when there's another shot. So nice. I thought that was a pretty clear cut one.
There's Until Dawn, which you can see the supercut of me and Mala playing that when it was over last time. He released that yesterday instead of an EFAB. It's very fun. Go check it out. We got Resident Evil 2, I think that is.
Maybe Revelations 2.
Oh, there's Metal Gear Solid here. That's probably 5 if it's on the PS3, right?
In I guess 2015 would have been. Maybe it's Ground Zeroes. Because for PS5, the Metal Gear games, the only ones were Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and Phantom Pain.
Until Dawn is fun. No, the playthrough we did, that was fun. The game itself is not fun. Not particularly great. There's a Call of Duty. There's a PS2 Resident Evil game. I assume that's going to be 4. Silent Hill Homecoming. Oh, you got to play this soon. There you go. And Dead Space 2.
Yeah, that's the one that I might have to buy for $50 on Steam. So I'll wait till next month because again, JoJo's having an expensive month, aren't you, baby bean? No, she's not growling. But now. You sleepy, baby?
Not an awful collection of games. There's some in there you can throw in the bin, but not terrible. Not terrible. Okay, it's pointed out here because she writes for a website, a news outlet for gaming, and she plays those for there.
She's of the gamer.
Yeah. And then they also points out a brief guide to the Singularity, which is a book she read. But yeah, they just kind of have a little banter. Quite fun. Nothing too serious. But the mom calls again, and he's like, nah, she wants to talk, but it's not a can of worm I kind of want to open up right now. And, well, he then starts to open up a bit and says, yeah, I was kind of taking care of my dad. He had, like, early stage or very early Alzheimer's, and he couldn't remember who I was, and then at some point he passed away, and... he was my best friend. I miss him, and I just kind of had to get away from home, and I haven't really talked to my mom since, so yeah.
Well, because he said his relationship with his mom has always been a bit strange. Like, he doesn't really know how to connect with her. He can't really talk to her. So, and I think that probably the best line of this exchange that I think humanizes him a lot and makes his perspective, I think, a lot more... understandable and not just have it seem like he's just blowing off his mom and being a dick, is he says, like, I know the talk that we're going to have is going to be kind of a big one, and I just don't want to do it on this.
I don't want to do it.
I'd like to be able to talk to her in person because I've had to do all of this traveling and all this thinking to be able to prepare myself to have that talk, and the idea of having that talk through a cell phone, like, is just not really the way I want to do it, which... and that, like, it makes her kind of like come in and hug him and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I think it makes him a much more sympathetic character than he otherwise would have been, because most of this episode, or like, most of this, I don't know, movie-ish thing, he is sort of a like goofy dork that like might seem like he's just an idiot. But there's like little sort of glimmers of things like that are like, yeah, I don't know, maybe there's an actual character here, and that they didn't just write silly, goofy American traveler guy.
Right.
And yeah, and I think that was nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I thought the idea of like, no, I don't want to have this talk like through a phone
No,
was,
it makes, I think,
was
makes
a
total
cool
sense.
little
Yeah.
element to add.
You could obviously argue it's like, yeah, still a bit shite that he just doesn't respond at all.
Yeah, I mean, and I think I'm sort of like, yeah, mom, I'm doing some traveling, I'm doing some thinking, but we'll have a talk when we get back. Even if he said that in text, like as opposed to just constantly doing the generic replies, like that much he is a dick for. But I think at least his reason for not wanting to pick up the phone and have a conversation was, if
Mm-hmm.
not justifiable, then at least understandable, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally get it.
And
Totally
yes,
get
coffee's
that.
going through me again, so I'll be back real quick. I will be listening to you this time, though.
Okay. What happens next is he just tries to get some money, withdraw some cash money from the ATM, but something goes wrong. He's like, yeah, no, this apparently not enough funds on there to actually get money out. And he's like, that's weird. So it's basically implied. It's like, yeah, I pretty sure I had money on here and I didn't withdraw it. So not really sure what's going on. So calls the hotline. Just tells him the card number. It's like, yeah, what's going on? And we do hear that he says, no, I did not buy a pair of sandals in Koh Samui last night. So I guess what happened is his card got hacked or something along those lines, and now someone else is using it and spend all the money. And yeah, he just asks how long is this going to take. I need to buy a ticket to go back to America like today. So what was this going to do? But apparently it takes a little longer, and now he doesn't really know what to do. And obviously he plays with the idea of now calling his mom, but the idea of calling her, knowing what kind of conversation they gotta have, and him not talking to her at all, and now calling her to basically say, yeah, I need money. Probably not the best way to initiate that contact again, because that
Yeah,
obviously,
that would have been an awkward way to
yes,
open up the line of synchronous communication. I
exactly.
do think though that there's an interesting hint here that kind of is relevant for like a thing that you think might be happening a little bit later on in the show, when specifically it being I did not buy a pair of sandals in Koh Samui last night
Mm,
does make it clear that his card was compromised in Thailand
yeah,
and not in London. And yeah, we'll get back to that.
yeah.
Because he did also say that he was in Thailand too.
Mm. Uh, and he contacts Sonya again, and I assume he asks if he can crash for a little bit because, well, he doesn't really have anywhere else to go right now.
Yeah.
And she she allows it. She comes back is like, oh well, that's a unconventional way to ask for a second hookup. And they're just kind of like,
I think she says it's like an obvious, like it's
oh
like
okay,
that is like thinly veiled or something like that. I forget the exact thing
yeah
she
yeah
says.
yeah
It's like, yeah, okay, you need a place to stay for a few days. I get it.
yeah.
Come on in.
But yeah, there's kind of going back and forth a little bit. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do some odd jobs. I have this app here that I used when I was low on money. Basically, they put shit in here. You can accept their work. They pay you, and that's how I get a bunch of money together, and then I'll fly back."
Not a bad idea for an app, really. Although I
Yeah,
guess like it might have some tax implications though. It's like, wait,
yeah.
hold on. Like is this all like is this all the kind of thing that you will definitely be, because I mean,
I mean,
especially
I
if
feel like
like
that
it's
app.
intended for use by travelers, you'd be like, well, I mean, so is this all like illegal work that's happening, even if it's something like paint my fence?
Yeah, I was like, is there an odd jobs app? TaskRabbit, handyman, errands. Easy way to find skilled
Hmm.
and trusted local taskers to handle all your home improvements. Well,
Yeah, see, I think that though might be more a almost like a Yelp kind of deal, where it's
mm,
like find a person that actually does this job here. Not so much if you're traveling and you need a bit of extra cash, here's some under the table gigs that you can do.
yeah.
Because I think that's more what this odd job app is implied as, that it's something that like, well, while I'm traveling, if I need some extra money, I just do this. But I think maybe the loophole they could get is if they like paid you in gift cards or something like that. Because at that point, if it's just someone giving you a gift for you doing them a favor, it's not working for legal tender.
Pay you an exposure or something like that,
Yeah.
I'll give you a shout out on my Twitter.
But Make me a thumbnail and I will show you. I will at you on Twitter. It'd be my friend.
Well, Sonia sees a thing there. Hey, there's a job from this game company.
Saito Gemu.
Just says thrill seekers wanted, and it has 4 money signs, so it pays the best, I guess.
We're assuming it's out of 5.
Yeah. Let me see. What's above and below this one? Because you can see it a little bit. I think the one was food delivery, and the one below that is guitar repairs. Interesting.
I mean, that's one that you might not want to hire just anyone off the street to do. Like, they might not know what they're doing at all. I mean, I've been playing guitar since I was like 7 years old. I still don't think I'm fantastic at restringing a guitar.
Yeah, she kind of points out, it's like, hey, this is like from this guy who made Harlech Shadow? Harlech Shadow. It just popped up there.
Harlech Shadow, yes.
And he points out, oh yeah, another game. Me and my buddy David or Ludwig or something played this in his basement. And she points out, like, yeah, he's
not
like
unlike how you played Silent Hill 4.
Yeah, oh shit. Am I still in the simulation? I don't know, maybe. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess I'll do that. And you know what? If I play my cards right, maybe I can get like a big interview for you, an exclusive one. He's like, no, you know what? Pictures, that would be way more money in that.
She gets him to do industrial espionage.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well. Like, I don't know, if I were him, I'd be like, yeah, maybe I'll just ask him if he wants to do an interview with you, because that's something that if he says no, I'm not going to get sued for. This I could kind of, but you know, we need the plot to move along, so it's fine. Especially when she's like, yeah, if you snap like any one picture, that could like pay. She incentivized it as you could make way more money selling a photo of whatever they're working on to the people I work for than you will doing this job.
Right.
Which, as much as yes, still not a very good idea, and I don't think he should have even entertained it for a moment, really.
No, not really.
That is at least an incentive to be like, yeah, this could get you the money that you need.
But it seems like he gets picked up by someone from the company, and they drive him all the way out to wherever this is. We then see a quick glimpse of another art cover from a game or something, which actually shows up a little bit later with like a little man in the window.
Oh, like as they're walking past the monitors?
No, it's like on the wall. It's like the screaming guy.
That's the Harlech Shadow house that they
right.
To it as.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like a mix of like Silent Hill / Resident Evil kind of thing. But I really think, especially because like this was around the time PT came out, that like especially I forget the name of the guy, Saito. Like I forget his first name though. Saito is very much supposed to be like a Hideo Kojima type guy, where it's like this guy's a genius, and every game he makes like really like pushes the medium to new heights, and he can also like kind of speak English, but not really.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, he gets picked up by Katie, who calls him Copper first, but he's like, oh, it's just Cooper. And it's like, oh, right, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, which that's one that I don't know why she would mispronounce. But it is also the lady from she's in a Marvel thing, right?
Is she? I don't know.
Why am I forgetting? Isn't she in Deadpool and Wolverine?
She might be. I'm not
I think
sure.
Drinker, I think, referred to as like body positivity time cop.
Wait, is that her?
Pretty sure, yeah. She's also in Sinners, that vampire movie.
Wait, hang on. No,
I don't think you've seen that though, so
IMDb.
that's why I didn't use that reference.
Black Mirror Playtest. I need to know now. I mean, to be fair, she's like 10 years younger here or something, so could definitely be her. Let's see. KT. Wunmi Mozaku is her name. Let me see. Known for Sinners. Deadpool
Definitely
and
the lady in
Wolverine.
Sinners.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I was at least right about her being in Sinners, and apparently also about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Wait, but she has like a number name, doesn't she? Hang on. I need to know now. It's gonna drive me insane otherwise. Ryan Reynolds.
In Sinners,
no, that's
she is Michael B. Jordan's girlfriend, which, and she's batting above her weight class on that.
B15.
Oh, God,
that's her
I didn't
name.
even mean to use the weight class joke, but anyways, she's. I thought she was pretty good in this, and she was decent in Sinners too.
B15. Yeah. Right. They go into the facility and then just a little joking around. He's like, yeah, games, Hayuken stuff. So he's like being a little goofball here. Bit cringe, you know?
Zlumpy, I'll correct you. As much as I find Hannah John Kamen very attractive, she is not the Jill Valentine. She is a Jill Valentine. The Jill Valentine is the Resident Evil remake one. And, the GameCube remake, not Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah.
/ Resident Evil 5. It's the same actress. Julia Voth, I believe. Canadian woman.
They just make their way through the facility, the offices, and you see, there's this big tech thing because they have goggles only and don't use any screens.
Yeah, they're wearing, Google lenses.
Google Lens, yeah.
Just their glasses. And what's funny is how shocked he is by that. He's like, can they see stuff?
Yeah. Also, I think they're trying to set up a little subconscious thing because he saw a spider on the plane on the television. Now a guy with a spider shirt is walking past him, and in a little bit he's gonna see a spider monster. So I think they're trying to do a little setup for this.
That I think is where the Silent Hill elements kind of come in, because one thing that I very much understand about Silent Hill, especially lately, is that the monsters in Silent Hill are all manifestations of the character's psyche.
Yeah. Also, there's when he watches the screen, there's the Josh Peters, not the Josh Peters guy.
There's the monster that gets the face of his high school bully.
Yeah, he sees it on that screen. So it's just from another game they're doing.
I feel like I could describe that. You know what it kind of looks like? If you've seen the Buffy episode in the hospital, it's the scariest season 2 episode. Pretty sure it's season 2.
Well, I haven't, so.
Yeah, but if anyone in the audience has, they probably know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's super creepy. It's it looks pretty similar to that guy.
Yeah. She also has trouble opening up the doors with her fingerprints. I'm not really sure if that's a setup or something. I couldn't really connect it with anything. It was emphasized a lot, but
maybe indicates that sometimes the tech they have doesn't always work perfectly, which does definitely play into the story. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Before they go into the room, she tells him to turn off the phone. He's like,
she takes the phone and then she turns it off.
Yeah, she has to turn it off and take it in, which she does.
Which you would assume, especially because of the setup we get from Sonia. Yeah, Sonia. Is she's doing that to protect their IP, right?
Yeah.
To make it so that there isn't any chance that he can take pictures. And we learn later that there's another reason.
Yeah. It's the first thing where I was kind of I don't think that's very good. I don't like this. The only reason he can actually now take a picture is for some reason a page is missing that he needs to sign, and then she walks out of the room, and just leaves everything there, including the tech and his phone. I was like,
yeah, so like they have like an NDA, and the last page of the NDA is missing. And I don't like, this was a big sort of, this needs to happen because plot. Like I'm not defending the writing in this scene, because she would never leave his phone in that room, especially with the tech that they're trying very hard to keep secret.
Yeah, and he immediately is like, oh, that's my chance. I'm going to do some espionage right now. He turns the phone back on, takes a picture, sends it to Sonya, and puts it back on the
yeah, and I guess I want to give him the credit and assume that he was intending to turn the phone off, but he ran out of time, so he had to just like throw it.
Oh yeah, I'm just really like connecting to what you said as well. Like he probably wouldn't just consider this at all. It's just...
You know, honestly, I think if he were really smart, he would have said, hey, do you mind actually, if just before we do this, can I just text my mom real quick and just tell her that I'm okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, to just even rope in the, like, you'll see a bunch of calls from my mom on here. She clearly is. And then she might take the phone out and be like, oh, it's on. Shit, I didn't turn it off properly.
Yeah.
And then that would have made it so that he wouldn't have to, you know, worry about it going off and then that making it be what gets him caught.
Yeah. And then they do like a little, I don't know, like maybe it's like a little Matrix reference. They have the thing they need to put in. They call it the mushroom. You put it into the neck, and they go like from behind the behind the chair. Have like a little thing where you can hold it still and just put it in his neck. That might be a little Matrix reference. I don't know. But,
yeah, and she, like, I would immediately off the bat be like, "Hey, hold on," because the way she describes it is this will involve a small medical procedure, which I'd be like, hold up.
Do we get like a real doctor in here to check this out as well, or is it just gonna be you?
I was like, I would more be like, can you explain that in much more detail before you do it? Because she just says it's no more invasive than an ear piercing, and I would then say, well, an ear piercing does involve a needle going into my body and leaving something there.
Especially not in my neck.
Yeah. And like, well, I mean, that's another thing. She doesn't even say it's going to be in the back of your neck. She says that it's not permanent, so I guess that's something. But like, I would have questions like, is this going to leave a scar? Am I going to have a little dot on the back of my neck forever because of this? If so, can you pay me more to account for that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, these are the kind of questions I'd be asking.
For sure.
But also, I got an ear piercing once that made me bleed like crazy. It was a cartilage piercing, but and actually it was in Austria, so it was not too far away from you. But it was when I was 17. My buddy and I were in Austria for like this exchange program, and he got a nipple pierced, and I got my cartilage pierced, and mine ended up hurting more than his did because, man, yeah, it was cartilage rings fucking suck, man. I'll tell you that. All my ear piercings are sealed up now, though, so I no longer am a 17-year-old skater kid.
So you're not a criminal anymore.
Yeah, apparently not.
In any case, while the machine is loading, the phone rings, and she's like, "Huh, weird. I thought I turned that off." And the thing loads all the way, and she puts like little symbols on the table, and they kind of melt into the grounds like little platforms. A little gopher comes out, and he's like, "Oh, that's cute."
And those symbols, did you ever have a PlayStation Vita?
No, but I knew those looked familiar in some way.
Yeah, I don't know if they were the specific ones that Vita uses, but I know that at least augmented reality technology does use that kind of idea, where it's like there are these AR games you could play on Vita using its camera, where you put these little cards down on a table, and then you can see the game projecting itself into your real world through the PS Vita screen. And I remember it being very similar looking, almost like QR code looking symbols. So that at least made it feel authentic to me the first time I watched it, because, yeah, it was 2015. So right around the time PlayStation Vita was still a thing.
Yeah.
PSP2 for those who don't understand the V word.
Yeah, he sees a little pixelated gopher. Only he can see it because he got the thing in his neck. And then she kind of like ups the details, like, yeah, he gets more details. And he just kind of.
It starts out as like a really rudimentary pixel model, and then it kind of becomes a PS1 tier thing, and then it's like full blown Shrek. It's like, she just ups the detail to the point that it looks like really, really detailed and like lifelike.
Yeah.
Still cartoony, but you know, realistic fur. RT on, as it were.
Oh yeah, and she's like, well, give him a whack. And he's like, oh, yeah, like whack-a-mole. Yeah, sure, I can do that. And then he plays whack-a-mole, and at some point the gopher is like, no, stop. It's a little white flag.
I love the little white flag.
Yeah, it's fun.
That was nice. I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. Holds up a little surrender flag.
Yeah. It's pretty neat. But yeah, they test that, and it's like, you know what? You should play a full beta thingy, because you seem to be very susceptible to this procedure. And he gets to meet Mr. Kojima himself.
Yeah, Kojima Saito.
Saito Kojima. And he
does have a name that isn't Hideo Kojima in this. Everybody, I just like it. I don't know. I mean, maybe though it's possible the writers had no idea who Hideo Kojima is. It's all I could think when they talked about this eccentric Japanese guy that was like all about doing crazy, groundbreaking things with the video game medium. I was like, okay, well, it's only so many people who could be talking about, and I feel like it's more likely to be Hideo Kojima than say Suda51, right?
Right.
Just from popularity and how well people know who those people are.
Yeah, you get to talk to him, and he talks about his horror stuff. He's like, why is horror so great? It's like, oh, it's the adrenaline rush. He's like, no, yeah, but it's because you're still alive. You had a confrontation that's scary in a safe space, and this is why it's so reinvigorating after and so awesome. And it's like, all right.
And that is 100% true, I think. I mean, as much as I've been really enjoying the Silent Hill games, if people were like, yeah, but do you want to actually go to Silent Hill? I'll be like, fuck no.
Absolutely no.
It's like, no, I'm terrified of the monsters that my subconscious will create for me. They're going to fuck me up. None of them are going to have more than one leg.
I think I've seen a video about this episode a good bit ago. I mean, I can imagine there's a lot of videos about Black Mirror out there. I mean, it's been running for ages, full decade now.
Yeah, it's just one that I thought would be because it was on the list and we wanted to specifically do a topic that was sort of shorter and kind of more easier going this week, that I thought would fit our show pretty well because we often talk about video games. I've been recently playing the Silent Hill games that has some relevance to this, and also, one of the movies we talked about this season of Forge, I guess you could say, was Thunderbolts, and two of the actors from it are in this.
We can't shake him. We can't shake the Walker. He's just the big.
And hey, yeah, let's give just more love to Wyatt Russell.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Also, James sent a super chat a little bit ago, $5. Thank you very much. I'm personally insulted you haven't started playing RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business. For shame. Also, shame Mauler for it too. I will do that. I'll play it eventually.
I will probably pick it up during like the Steam Fall sale or something like that, because I'm still not back to like streaming video games, so any video game expense I have is just a flat out cost, not something I can then turn into something that I'm making money. So yeah, and again, puppy teeth, expensive puppy teeth.
Yeah. Not a video game episode, but have you guys seen the Shut Up and Dance episode? This is the first episode of Black Mirror I've ever seen in my life, so no.
I don't recall that title, but I've seen most of Black Mirror, so I probably have seen that. I don't know. I'll like, if you tell me what happens in that episode, I might be able to figure it out.
I only know about one other episode because a friendo told me about it. It's like this thing where you follow a character and things seem weird and different, and she's the only one who notices it, and it's like a weird alternate AI dimension thingy or something.
That actually could be a bunch of them. I mean, like any other details that you can give me
from the episode that I just talked about. I think it was like a planned thing from the other universe lady because she wasn't treated accordingly or something. It's been like a couple of months when he told me this, so I'm not sure. But apparently that other lady has like this big machine that she built and actually figured out how to do universal stuff and bend it to her will or something. That's the only thing I recall.
Oh, wait, is that the one with the girl from Terminator Dark
I don't know
Fate?
who's in it. He just told me about it at some point.
Oh, okay.
While we were playing Beat Saber. So I have no idea who's in it.
Yeah, because I think that was one that a lot of people really, really liked, but I kind of thought it was a little lame. But I don't know. Like, I mean, I might not be thinking of the right one. Just I do remember that was something where like she kind of creates her own little world where she's happy.
Right.
But yeah, no, there are some pretty good ones though. Like it's not all good though, especially like some of the later seasons get pretty bad. Actually not most recent season because again, I actually in watching this I found out that a season 7 was out and I didn't even realize that it existed. But season 6, mostly bad. There's a really kind of creepy episode though with Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad and Josh Hartnett, where the premise of it is they're like deep space like astronaut guys who have like an android surrogate of themselves that's on Earth that they can kind of project their consciousness into for like a certain amount of time each day. So it's almost like when they go to bed, they actually wake up on Earth and can spend time with their families.
Okay.
But it gets dark. That's maybe one we should cover though, because I think it's probably one of the better modern Black Mirror episodes.
I see.
Also, I like Josh Hartnett. I think he should get more work. Trap is not a great movie though, but my cousin's in it. I blame M. Night Shyamalan for that though. That's not Josh Hartnett's fault.
Yeah. But yeah, he agrees to go into the next step, the beta program, as they call it.
Full beta, yeah.
Full beta build. And he
Harlot
gets
Shadow AR.
Yeah, he gets his neurons flamed up to be able to perceive all the crazy horror stuff that's gonna happen. And they bring him to the Harlech house. It's like, oh shit, that's the house. Like, yeah, we scanned and modeled it after this. It's pretty cool.
I didn't really like the way she answered this because it was all like, well, I mean, like I guess yeah, it's the same model, but no, like it's not the house. It's like, you should have just answered that. I was like, yeah, it's the Harlech house. It was modeled after this place.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it was modeled after this place. I guess you're right. Like, why would that not be something you immediately know? Theoretically, every person who you've shown this place who's aware of your game would be aware of this. But I found that kind of dumb. But nitpick.
I hate it when my neurons get flamed. Yeah, it's a bit rude.
They get quite flamed.
So yeah, they go inside and it's like, yo, what's the game? What am I playing basically? And she just tells him, just chill out here. As long as you don't feel too scared, just basically hang out. And he's like,
yeah, it's your standard, like, would you spend one night in a haunted house kind of situation.
Yeah. But she also says, don't worry, nothing here can touch or hurt you. But if it gets too much, we can get you out anytime you want. Maybe we should agree on a safe word. And he's like, oh, yeah, stop. How about just stop? It's like, oh, yep, that's easy to remember.
Which, I mean, like, really, like, as a safe word, I don't think that would be particularly usul because you're not supposed to, like, because, I mean, he might just say that out of reflex, even when he's like, no, I didn't want to quit. I got freaked out and I said a word that I might say if I were scared.
Exactly what I thought as well when he picked stop.
Or make it something just more distinctive, like Mississippi.
Yeah. He also gets an earpiece where he can communicate with Katie at all times. She also says this is all videotaped, so don't steal the silverware. It's like, all right. And he just kind of goes around and explores the house, and at some point realizes, oh, well, there's like no Wi-Fi, no television, no nothing. kind of boring here, which obviously is like a big thing you want to do if you want to do like a horror thing. You don't want to be distracted, because if you're like not stimulated, the brain is like maybe making up things, especially if you put like in a scenario that's supposed to be scary. It's like, ooh, what was that? Ooh, what was that scary thing? So yeah, it makes sense that there's nothing like that here. And it's like an old house from the inside. But he also finds some wine, which is non-alcoholic. And he just says lame.
Yeah.
Which would be totally a thing I would say, by the way. I remember one time during the pandemic, they where at work, they send us like little packages with like Christmas stuff, just like just some treats, and it was like mulled wine in it, and I just got it out, and it's like alcohol free, and just I messaged my friend who also works at the company, who probably set this up. I was like, how dare you send me something with no alcohol in it? He's like, yeah, we had like only alcohol free one.
I'd be like, sir, are you aware that we're in Europe right now? Legal drinking age here is like 16. You don't even have to be all that old in order to have it be alcoholized.
Yeah. And then we had like a Christmas party over like Teams, and I just put some rum in it myself. So I put it on the heater, just like
in the non-alcoholic.
Yeah, I just like, I'm not drinking that without alcohol. Bloop.
Wow. You spiked your wine.
Yeah. So
well, I guess it's not grape juice if it tastes like wine, right? Like, as much as if it tastes like fermented grape juice but is not alcoholic, then I think you'd have to call that de-alcoholized wine and not grape juice.
Yeah. Bear's just kind of going around and just chats a little bit with Katie, but he sees a little book on the thing. He's like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do some old school entertainment, some old school
Allan
shit.
Poe too is the Raven.
He actually puts on the fireplace, nice and cozy. Starts reading a book. He also gets like a big like little chest, big chest to put his feet on.
That was funny.
But it's
it seems like it wasn't easy to get over there either. Like they weren't intending.
And then in his peripheral vision, he sees something move, and it's a spider. He's like, "Oh shit, I don't like that. I'm not fond of spiders." And he goes after it and steps on it. It's like, "Yeah, I got you, you little shit." She also points out, why is your heart rate higher? It's like, well, there's a big fucking spider on the floor there. That's why. But when he...
And then, like, she mentioned, she's like, oh, so, like, you're arachnophobic. And that, again, I think is the thing that's kind of pulling in the Silent Hill elements.
Yeah.
Like, it is crafting monsters around your subconscious, which...
Mm-hmm. When he checks his shoe on the bottom, it's like, oh, no, there's nothing here. Oh yeah, I guess it's a simulation, right? So, fair enough. And he goes back to reading, and he realizes on the painting he saw earlier, which is the painting of this place. He's like, huh? He sees that the light is on all of a sudden on the painting. And when he looks, he's like, the light is on. He's like, He just says, can you zoom in and check this out? It was like kind of funny. And then there's also a little man on there.
That's the thing. He kind of keeps forgetting that she can't see his projections.
Yeah, he's a bit confused about it in the beginning. I'm happy they drop it really quickly, because around the time when I was starting to get annoyed, it's like they already told you like multiple times it's not real. But like after the first thing, he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'm chill now. I get scared, but I know this can't hurt me, so whatever, it's fine." Anyway, right after he sees that light, he hears footsteps on top, and because he says like, "Oh, it's just leaky pipes," which is like such a trope. By the way, I think they were doing a bit of a trope thing here. It's like, it's just leaky pipes, even though it's like clearly footsteps.
Yeah. Could not be more clearly very loud footsteps that are happening in the floor above him.
Yeah.
But I think though, like him being like, I guess it's just leaky pipes, sort of showed that's like, yeah, this is getting to him a little. As much as he's trying to act like he's above it, like, yeah, whatever, stay in this place with a bunch of just holographic projections that can't hurt me. It's not that scary. I can deal with this, but it's like, it's getting to him already.
Yeah. And then he checks the stairs, like, oh, see, just leaky pipes. And he turns a little bit, and the fucking guy appears in front of him. He's like, whoa, it's like this fucking creepy. He goes like, ah, shit.
There's like a guy.
There's just a creepy fucking guy. And he puts like his hand through it. And you get like a camera footage once in a while where you can see what's up. Which, bit of a weird choice in hindsight. Probably just to trick the viewer. I think they're doing a little.
Well, like, are you talking about the little cuts to the CCTV that you see? He's just in the room alone.
Yeah, because well, I guess I'll bring those up later. I guess they're just there to trick us as the viewer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, he looks like he's like, wait, holy shit, that's Josh Peters from high school. It's like, whoa, what? Like, oh, I guess it's using things from your memory to get things you know in here. And it's like, oh, well,
you're like, were you scared of him?
He's like, well, not scared, but he was like a big bully and stuff.
Real big bully though.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, no, that means you were scared of him, man.
Well, he's like, just a bit of Krav Maga classes and stuff, and he goes like, and just kind of pretends like he beats him up and rips his heart out.
And then he says, Kali Ma. I got a kick out of that. Because actually, because earlier on, even Sonya says, like, oh, so you've been traveling the world like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And he does a little Indiana Jones reference.
Yeah, and then he goes back to get some more of the non-alcoholic wine, saying he's not an expert, but yeah, it's kind of good. I like it. I just kind of keeps yapping to Katie. And she's like, you're being discursive. He's like, what? You talk a lot. It means this is getting to you. It's like, so?
Well, he kind of just says, like, no, well, I'm bored.
Yeah. And she just kind of like, yeah, I'm just trying to distract yourself. It's similar when having the TV on at night, so you don't feel that lonely, even though you are alone.
That hit me in my soul. No. I just go to bed listening to audiobooks because it feels nice.
Yeah. I like this next one. It's like, oh, do you guys have some snacks here? It's like, yeah, it's like in the cupboard here. And he's always like, oh, nice, got some ginger snaps here, delicious. And he's like, oh, if I close this, it's gonna be like behind the fucking door of this, isn't it? This gave me a chuckle.
And he kind of gets it right, but then you see it's just his shadow.
Yeah. He's like, he's going to be right behind this door.
And the shadow doesn't really freak him out that much because he was kind of ready for it.
Yeah, it's like, see, I knew it. But then a big fucking spider comes around the corner. He's like, oh shit, fuck.
With the face of the bully.
Yeah, it's like a flesh spider. It's like, it looks like it's fully made out of like human skin with hairs on it. And then it has like
Peter. Like something out of John Carpenter's The Thing.
And then there's like Josh Peters' face on it. And he's like, oh, it's like this big, hard to explain. He's like, oh god, yeah, that got me. Good, that's nasty. And I think this is the first time where the thing starts to not work properly anymore, right? The headpiece.
The earpiece.
Earpiece, yeah. It's like, well, whenever you get back online, let me know. I'm still gonna go though. And then there's a loud knock on the door, and he's like, oh, fuck. It's like, guys, they're still there, but he's not getting any answers.
He convinces him. He's like, oh yeah, you're probably just coming to fix the earpiece, okay?
Yeah. Then he just prepares himself to open the door. I think he gets like a thing to knock someone over with. And he's like, okay, man up, Cooper, man up. And he opens it, and it's Sonya. He's like, oh, okay.
You're like, of the scary things this could be, all right. It could be worse, I guess.
Yeah. And he's like, oh wow, you look so real. You just look like her. And then he touches her, which was not possible before. It's like, wait, you're real? That's weird. How does what? He's like, you Sonya, you're actually here. It's like, you're in danger. You need to get out of here. Like, there's been people that gone missing here a while ago, so we gotta get out of here right now. And he's like, oh, I see it. They brought you here, and they're freaking me out, so they paid you. It's like, nice try, good one. You almost got me. And she just tries to explain. It's like, no, it's like this is real. They made like a patent of this, and it's been rejected because it's insane, because it fucks with your brain, and it's absolutely insanity. Like, we need to get out of here right now. And then he asks some very poignant questions, which I was impressed by that came up.
This is where, like, it's like, he's definitely not a total dumbass.
Yeah. And because he's like, okay, give it up, the jig is up, right? So he's like, no, 5 people disappeared in the past year, all tourists like you, use that Odd Jobs app and stuff. It's like, he's like, wow, God, that's crazy. And he's like, okay, so yeah, how did you actually find me, by the way? He's like, well, it's a game company. I just looked up the address. Like, no. How did you find me exactly here at this spot? This is like miles away from the actual company. And I was like, no. Like, this place right here. How did you find me? And she's like, I tracked you with the Find My Friends app. It's like, really? They took my phone away. It's like over there.
Yeah, my phone isn't in this building.
It's in the building that's miles away. So nice try. And then she just kind of stops. And then they kind of make like a thing back where, because she made a joke earlier about women outsmarting men, and he's like, oh, so much for women outsmarting men. Singularity, that.
That's pretty funny.
And he's basically just like, oh, you know what? You could just come up with a better story. It's fine. And then she just gets like a serious face and goes past him and grabs a knife. And then she starts like, do you know how your account actually got hacked? Because I cloned your card when you were asleep. It's like, oh, okay. Can you put the knife down, though? And just does like the whole shebang. It's like, yeah, I made you find the thing. I made you get the job. I led you here. And just getting very threatening here.
And again, like, this is sort of where I said that, like, the little hint about his card being cloned in Thailand is like sort of what makes you realize that, like, this can't be true.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because why would she send his card information to Thailand?
Exactly. And he just kind of backs off of her. She just does like this threatening thing where she just swipes the knife over the wood so you can hear it's like sharp, basically. And he turns around, wants to go away, but the big fuck off spider is back, and he gets stabbed in the back, and he's feeling pain. And if you remember from earlier, they specifically said you will not feel anything. They can't touch you. You can't touch them. It's completely safe. But they
said audio visual only.
Audio visual only, exactly. But
and yet, knife through the shoulder.
He is in a lot of pain, actually. Sonya even like dives him. He has like the knife in his shoulder from the back end. He's like, stop it, and it's like, it's a struggle a little bit. He tries to get to a broken piece of bottle, but doesn't work. He pulls the hair away, and then her face starts to distort crazily. Like, her face stretches, like the skin stretches around, and the skin just disappears. So now she's just like a female Red Skull, almost.
Yeah. It's like, it goes from 0 to 100 pretty quick. As far as,
he realizes
her being a villain for him to contend with.
Yeah, he realizes, well, the knife is going through my shoulder anyway. I'm just gonna pull her in and knife her face with this thing, and that's exactly what he does. Yep. And he's like, oh fuck, oh shit, and he's yelling in pain. And then after a couple of seconds, we zoom out and we see that the knife is gone, and she is as well. And the comms come back on, and he's like, Katie, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, he's not impressed.
Yeah.
Especially because he was shouting stop like a lot.
Yeah, and he's like, you said I wouldn't feel anything. I've been stabbed. Sonya was here. She was real. I was able to touch her. Like, everything you told me, that's just not true. There was a knife in my arm and everything. It's fucking insane. And she just says, "I know it can't be. This is not possible unless maybe the mushroom thing in your bag learned how to replicate pain and stuff like that." And he's like, "Stop! In like safe words, stop." So he's very adamant about this being stopped right now.
I mean, yeah, like as he should be.
Yeah.
Especially because, like, if you were told there'd be no pain and everything, and then you're like, oh yeah, that machine we put in the back of your neck that we did say had like neural net technology in it is learning to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big problem. Might not want to leave beta quite yet.
Yeah, and he's like, "I want this thing out of my neck," and he just starts pulling out, and he's like, no, don't do this. This could kill you if you pull it out, so stop that right away. It's extremely dangerous. And
even then, I'd be like, well, I feel like that is something that you should have made very clear to me before I signed anything.
Yeah. And he's like, well, if I want to get you out of here, you need to go to the access point, which is on top of it, on the first floor. So you just gotta the top floor, because he has to go up a couple of stairs, a flight of stairs. And there's like this one room at the end of the hallway, and he's like, fuck. It's like, what is it? There's going to be something fucked up behind this door, like my mom, or hanging from the rafters, or my dad, or something personal completely fucked up. And Katie just says, no, this is safe. You just got to trust me. Go in. And he just braces himself for a bit. He goes in, and nothing is in there.
This is also where she says, would you kindly open the door?
Oh, yeah. Would you kindly open the door? That's true. Yeah, that's where she says that. It was like, ooh, Bioshock. Like, yay.
There's and especially because they actually use that as her being what she was trying to do, is like get him to be powerless, or not powerless, but willing to obey commands at that point. And
yeah. He's like, all right, I'm in the access point. And then Katie says, what? No, there's no access point. We're just seeing if we can break you enough so you would just blindly follow orders. And it's like, oh, you fucking bastards. And the door disappears as well. And so now he's like trapped in here.
Trapped in the room.
And he's just freaking out. He's like, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do? And then there's like, it goes even harder. It's like, oh, you thought you're gonna see your mother. How does she look? It's like, oh, you can't remember her hair color. That's because the thing in your neck has been reprogramming you. It's been replacing your memories. And all that shit. And look at the mirror. Do you recognize yourself? And you're just like, I don't.
I can like hardly remember how to speak. And what's really, I think, effective about this, the way they like wrote this episode, was remember how his dad died.
Yeah, Alzheimer's.
And I thought that this is really kind of hammering home what he's really afraid of is what happened to his father happening to him.
Yeah, because also earlier in this episode, he said when he died, I just wanted to go around, get away from home, and just make as many memories as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like ties back to
taking his memories and making him suffer the same fate as his father, which, yeah. So I thought that at least at this part of the episode, they're doing a pretty good job of making this like an extremely effective horror story.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. And he gets a shard of the mirror he just smashed, and he's trying to cut out the thing, but all the people are coming in trying to help her. It's like, get it out of my fucking ass. Like, yeah, gonna shut it off. Just need to connect to it. And it's like, I can't turn it off. I can't get it out of you. It's too late.
Like,
can't stop it.
Into his nerve stem.
Yeah. And he's just kind of sitting there stammering, saying, I don't know who I am. It's like, I need to go home. It's like, well, but I don't know who I am. And the president of the company is like, on behalf of Saito Game Team, I most humbly apologize.
Yeah, like I got a real kick out of that.
Yeah,
it's just like, oh, thanks. Thank
and he just is like, who are you? What have you done to me? And then the guy just says, put him with the others, please. And he gets
and then they
dragged
like
away.
Drag him away, and it's very creepy.
Yeah.
And then he just wakes up in the
Yeah, you
Hideo
see.
Kojima office.
Yeah, you see like weird stuff happening like visually, and then he wakes back up in the office as you just said, and he's like, "Oh shit, this is all nuts." He's like, "Whoa." And they say like, "Yeah, it's jumped from 0 to 18,000 in like a couple of seconds." So you're either super susceptible to this thing, or the software is still way too powerful.
Yeah. It's like, we have maybe not figured out a way in order to make this safe enough to not break people's brains, because, man, we put you through a lot there.
Yeah, I just saw it here in the subtitles. Like it went from 0 to 18,000 in 5 milliseconds.
I think that's the other thing, that they say that he was only there in the chair for like 2 seconds or something like that. So like all that happened in like 2 seconds of real world time, even though it was like several hours for him.
Yep. And then we see him go back to New York, back home. And he's like, "All right, I'm back home." And he goes up to his mom, and she's just sitting on the bed crying. It's like, "I need to call him." It's like, "No, mom, I'm right here." And this is also like a little implied that, oh, she also has Alzheimer's now. She doesn't recognize him, just like the dad. That's not great. And just kind of starts crying. He's like, "Mom, mom," just yells at her. And then we go back to the big white room from the very beginning when he got here.
Yeah, the first playtest with the whack-a-mole room.
Yeah, right.
And this is the twist that I do not like. I thought that this kind of kills the episode a little.
Yeah, because we got the twist on the twist. He wakes up here because actually, as soon as the mom called, it interfered with the programming, and that fucked him up real good. He's like spazzing out on the chair.
Yeah, it basically makes him has a seizure and die. And I was just like, well, okay, so all of the interesting, compelling stuff that was happening through this entire episode, I guess, did not happen. It was just a figment of his imagination.
Yeah, it was a bit lame.
Or, I mean, is it implying that the mushroom did all of that? And I don't know. I didn't really like this aspect of this episode. I was like, yeah.
It's one of these things.
Kind of dropped the ball at the very end there, didn't you?
It's one of these things where you just had this last scene where he yells at the mom and then just fade to black, because then it's like one of the things where you kind of want the mystery, right? It's like, oh, that could imply that maybe something else is going on. Maybe he's still in the chair or something. But here it interfered with him and he fucking dies. He's dead.
Mm-hmm.
They just put him in the bag. And that's that. And then we see, Cooper Redfield, test duration 0.04 seconds.
Last words, mom.
Yeah, observations called mom. And
I guess maybe the person who wrote this episode really wanted to make the ultimate moral to be like, yeah, maybe you should just talk to your mom when she calls.
Yeah,
which,
call your
fair
mom.
enough. But also it's like, well, I don't know. I think you kind of stepped on the effectiveness of it a little bit at the end. I did really like the final twist.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall though, I think it's a good episode though. I think it was worth watching. I thought it did some pretty neat stuff, and
I think
had a few laughs too. Like there was a bit of comedy in there that seemed appropriate to the situation. Like it wasn't comedy that undercut the horror. It was having it be that it was almost the act of attempting to undercut the horror was almost the thing that was making you realize he was as scared as he was, because he was trying to make light of it, but it was getting more and more difficult to do.
Yeah, no, overall pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it. And as you already said, better than basically all the movies I've seen this year. So there you go.
Yeah, and not a high bar there, but
yeah, unfortunately.
Cleared nonetheless.
Oh, boy. But yeah, there you go. That's that one.
That is Playtest.
Playtest, yeah. Makes me want to watch a couple of other Black Mirror episodes at some point. There seems to be some neat stuff in there, as I already figured.
Yeah, maybe we could throw another episode into the Spooktober lineup. I think although we did get a super chat that explained what the Shut Up and Dance one was, and yes, I definitely have seen that episode, and it is pretty good.
Yeah, let me read that out here real quick because I didn't do that yet. But yeah, $10 for that. Thank you very much from John. Shut Up and Dance is the episode right after this one. Oh, a teen who got videoed wanking. He then blackmailed to commit crimes. Best episode IMO. White Christmas is also a favorite. John Hamm is amazing. Ham, I like.
Yeah,
ham
White Christmas
bread.
is a good one. Although White Christmas is interesting in that it's almost like kind of 3 episodes. Like it's like almost like 3 shorter episodes that are kind of connected by the John Hamm little interstitials that eventually do kind of become their own story. But that was because BBC is what originally had Black Mirror. It wasn't always just Netflix. It got kind of moved over to Netflix eventually. Yeah. And but I guess they have like things like the Doctor Who Christmas special and stuff. White Christmas was the Black Mirror Christmas special, effectively.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a longer episode that had a bit more going on and a bit more budget.
Very well.
But yeah, it was a good one, though. I do agree.
Fun stuff, fun stuff. Oh, it's lovely. Another $5. Thank you very much. Have you ever watched any of the Creep Show stuff? Leslie Nielsen was in one that was really good. I haven't seen any of that. No.
I've seen a lot of Twilight Zone.
Is that an older thing? What is this? Creep
Twilight
Show?
Zone or Creep Show? Creep Show, I don't know. I think was that a Tales from the Crypt one?
Creep Show. That... Creep Show television series. Well, there's a 1982 film, but there's also a television series, which that's 2019. I just assume that's bad. There's also Creep Show 2. But yeah, no, I haven't seen any of that.
Well, maybe we could put it on our list.
Whatever that is. Well, yeah, I guess that's that for today. Had a lot of random stuff there. Had this episode. It was rather fun.
Yeah, we did a few super chats as we went to, so it's made the epilogue of the show, I guess, shorter than it otherwise might have been.
Yeah, well, we're completely caught up already. Good stuff. Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt, neat ideas. I see. But yeah, I guess we'll leave you with that, lovely people. And anything going on for you, Marc? Anything you wanna point the people to?
No, not really. I've just been chipping away at the Silent Hill stuff and got to get back to Onimusha at some point. But that one I'm actually writing. Silent Hill I wasn't really, well, at least not at this point, planning on making a video on. I just sort of got down a rabbit hole that I kind of want to see through at this point because I'm most of the way through it. But just watch my Berserk video if you got some time, or throw it on in the background just to help it get into the algorithm maybe at some point. Yeah, no, other than that though, I'm just hanging out with the pups.
Good. I'm as I said, I'll have like a little bit of a vacation-ish day. I mean, I still have 2 days of work, so just that. Work's just been busy last week. And anyway, I'm meant to stream some more Terra Enigma, but my brain was completely mush after 8-9 hours of IT work. And I was like, I'm just gonna lie down.
Yeah.
I really like to stream when I'm like mushed up. I feel like it's a bad stream. I don't know. I don't like it. But yeah, maybe I'll do one tomorrow on Tuesday. And then I'll be busy for almost the rest of the week. And then we'll be back with Fantastic Four. So, yay. That's going to be awesome.
And James, I'm most of the way through Silent Hill Origins, so I don't think that one's particularly bad. And I did play Silent Hill 4, so there you go. Shattered Memories, though, I might need to figure out a better way to do it other than emulating Wii nunchuck controls with a PS5 controller. I might have to end up just playing it on mouse and keyboard because it's a little bit tricky to look around doing it the way I've been doing it now. But I've not gotten very far into Shattered Memories.
I see.
That might be the last one I do.
Yeah. Other than that, just working away on the video. I rewritten some stuff that doesn't really work anymore for what I originally intended to do with that video. So I had to switch some things around, have to re-record it, and then I'll just jump right into editing. So that's just my project for video currently. I'm gonna check the ranting I did about Arc. Maybe I cut this out for like a legit rando rant. But maybe I won't. I just wanted to rant about it online so people can hear how bad it is. And I'll probably play more of it because I am insane. It's definitely one of these games like, yeah, it's pretty bad, but I keep playing it. In any case, well, there you have it. I guess we'll see you all on the next Forge or whatever else we pop up. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't have anything planned actually.
I gotta have my Tylenol ready to go for Fantastic Four.
I have to watch it on Saturday somehow.
I haven't even looked at showtimes yet, but yeah.
Release on Thursday for me.
Movies at some point. Probably Thursday for me too. Don't have a short day or anything this week that I can sneak in the middle of the day though. So I'm probably gonna have to go when there's a bunch of like, I don't know, teenagers that'll be on their cell phones and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it was
infuriate me.
It's kind of lucky for me with Superman. That's the last one I watched when I went to the cinema. The first screening on the first day, there was also English version, which normally never happens. So I
luckily had a half day on the Friday, so I went to the 12:50 p.m. show right after my work day that day, and it was like me and 3 other people in the theater. I was in front of all of them, so I didn't have to worry about them texting and having big phone light in my face while I'm trying to watch a movie.
Right, yeah. Very well. All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the super chat. Very much appreciated. And
thank you, everybody.
We shall see you all.
You're helping pay for JoJo's smile.
Next time.
You're a good dog, JoJo.
Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.